And here we are, back for session 6 of our black comedy game. I am very excited to get us back into the city of Graydirge, as you guys are amongst the court of ghouls and the leathered human and other creatures' skins that covered you all from the shine above, keeping you in the drowsy, dowery, dark Graydirge. In this ossuary city, I am curious to ask what exactly happened in the last few sessions and your simple goals that you have right now. Does anybody want to give me a recap so that I can do so? Going once. Going twice. And taken by Halish. Halish, go on, take it away.
Dear Diary, we killed a cow at a farm, and we found out that there was some weird things happening there. We all did this for our friend, the Bloodlord Berline. She's pretty cool, even if she does wear yellow. Lately, we ended up getting a mansion, or a manor. I'm not sure what the difference is for that. And we cleared it of all the things that were in there. And then I got sick from rats. That's not very fun. I'm currently dying. I can't eat anything. And I think the guards gave me a thing. Faye calls it filth fever. It says it'll be okay, but I can't eat anything, so I have to be dying, right? We went out to Graydirge despite my condition to sell and buy what we need. Turns out that the manor doesn't have any food or water, and it's kind of bad because we need those because we're quick still. After waiting in line for hours to get in, we were stopped by the gate ghouls that seemed intent on eating Grimnir. I can understand why. He's quite beefy and looks very delicious. But as Cousin Faye pointed out, he was still counted as one being, so we were under the 7 quick gathering rule. Once we got inside, we filled our water skins, but then, right as we finished doing so, the parade started. So we got called to the parade grounds. It was very grand as always, but I couldn't eat as I was dying. We saw Berline in the parade, and we got to join her at the head of the dining table before being ushered off by the majordomo to meet Seven Stomachs. He's the mayor of Graydirge and has been there for 10 years, and it's kind of a special parade this day. There was also a few other bloodlords present, including the wraith named Ixai. I'm not really good at, foreign names like that. And then there was also one called Zithni. Kaz was given the glorious opportunity of serving Ixai a fresh quick. It was very interesting. I'm not sure where it went. I hope that they became an undead afterwards. Zithni, on the other hand, they were a vampire, and they thought we smelled odd. I guess that's because we haven't had a bath yet. That kind of makes sense. There's no water to bathe in. During this odd meeting of people, and I'm not sure exactly why we were there, it seemed that Seven Stomachs didn't care much for Berline, the way he kind of dismissed her some. And when we get to kill him in the future, he could feed many ghouls. We then took a trip to the Quarter Ghouls for their market. We ended up first stopping by Twilight Provisions to purchase some barrels of water, or for water, I suppose, and a few other goods. Next, we went to Thistlebone Apothecary. There, Kaz ended up seeing what looked like a gnome. It was very white. I think they were in love. I'm not sure. Next was Skull and Crossblades, where there was a skeleton with like half a body. He seemed kind of not so nice. Had a bunch of weapons though. And then Fangs of Ferment, where we traded secrets with a Colo of some type. It seems that Stitch Skull, he was at the coronation or whatever you might want to call it party, is having some type of hiding thing, maybe from the Builder's Leg. So it might be dangerous to get too close to Bloodlords because then they might notice that we were hiding things. And Mr. Colo learned something about bread and powder. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. Maybe it has to do with the secret of making it rise. Kind of like, necromancy, but for bread.
Excellent. Thank you for your recap, and don't forget everyone to mark yourself up to 2 hero points. Beyond that, would you like an extra hero point, or would you like a d6?
I'll take a d6.
Okay, it's used by any d20 roll until the end of the session.
It could be useful, as I am dying.
It could be. You're sick. Not necessarily sure about dying just yet. But probably. Alright. Would you guys like a role-playing question? Or do you guys want to jump right into it?
Give me the question.
You want the question?
Give me the question.
Okay. I'm sure it's one that many of you have answered in other games, but it's always a classic. But tell me, what's your character's most recent or frequent nightmare? Anyone can roll me d20 to answer such a question. Gaz, I see you. Going once, going twice, and sold to Casimir. Tell me, Casimir, what's your most frequent or most popular nightmare?
His most popular nightmare is drowning. Being drowned by someone. He can't see who they are, but they're holding them underwater. And he drowns.
Absolutely. And it's in water?
Mm-hmm.
That's curious. Well, thank you for being so vulnerable with us. Who would you like to make vulnerable?
Who would I like to exploit vulnerability on?
Yeah, and figure out their nightmares.
I guess. Oh, what was his name? Bloodlord, Jazz Hands. I don't remember. I don't remember what his name is.
Is it the name?
Zithny, yes.
That was
All
the
right.
gatekeeper.
So, metagame knowledge, of course, so that you don't actually know this about Bloodlord Zithny. Bloodlord Zithny's most frequent nightmare is being numb. It's being so entranced and enthralled and filled with so many drugs, so many hedonistic desires, going to the darkest, deepest pits of Mekatar. But he feels nothing.
Interesting.
One could say boredom. One could say numbness. All right. Would we like to take it away from there and also have a D4 Casimir?
Hooray.
All right. Always forget how abrupt that one ends. My apologies.
Woo. Alrighty.
All right. And so as you all walked through the Osieri city, you can see the pyramid places built around you, made from the corpses or the stone, built on top of corpses that are all around you. As you stare and as you look, the towering pieces of it that peek over even the Court of Ghouls' leathery, stitched together hide holds itself among all else. This nation run by the Great Five Factions, on display everywhere you look, their influence. Through taxes and old wealth and castles in the distance, through the Builders League and their occult secrets and how they could create some monstrosities around you and the dark secrets that lie just below the surface. the celebrants, and the echoing, resounding parade to Geb that is not too far from you, that winds to an end, and that some of the blood still is on each of you. Of course, the Export Guild and, well, the Import Guild as it is as well, that probably got in quite a few of these goods and these living quick that are selling these goods. And yet between all of that, the reanimators, the servants, the guards also are all about you. And the food that they tend and create. But that's all background things. For as we came back to it, there were heavy footsteps in the sand that drew near. Someone was running in your direction, and it doesn't take long for you to spot a young man, exhausted, struggling to make his way through the stone ruins of the Court of Ghouls. He is being chased by 3 ghoul city guards, much slower, but tireless and relentless. The guards will eventually catch up to him, but do you believe, in their slowness, you have an opportunity to catch the fugitive first, if you wish to, and act quickly. And so I ask, as you all are here, what do you do?
I believe Phaedrith ran after them.
I mean,
Casimir is choosing to remain neutral.
how can you not, with a dog and a bone? Is that still your current opinion, Phaedra? Or looking towards your companions, do you see them being so slackish that you don't wish to cause a ruckus?
I wouldn't leave them alone. It's not safe.
Okay. And what about the rest of you?
The gods seem to be handling it. They already don't like us anyway, so...
Yeah, Grimir just shifts out of the way of the carts. As not to block their path.
Ooh. All right.
No pain in a nut for us.
You know what? Oh man.
No, I can continue.
I pretend like I'm shopping, I'm looking through my bag, and I'm gonna get in the way of the guards to slow them down.
Really?
Accidentally. Accidentally, of course.
Accidentally, okay. Make me a deception, performance, or thievery check.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've got like I don't know, shit in my hands that I look like I just bought, and I'm like walking on the street. I'm not paying attention.
Oh no.
Oh no. You said it was a. Ooh, can I make a deception check? Is that one of the options?
Deception check is the big one, yeah.
Alrighty. Hidden or out in the open?
Everyone would know if it goes wrong.
Okay, everyone can see my failures. Okay, it's not bad.
22, very good. So,
I'll
do you
also
want to...
make an athletics check if you'd like to, see how good I am at stopping them.
Yeah, by all means. That's actually what I
Yeah.
was going to say. Why don't you... Do you want to describe to me? The deception check's enough. They're not expecting anyone to get in the way. But if you want to roll an athletics just to see if you're able to push people over, see how well physically you do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what? I'm willing to hero point that. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit. We just started. No fear.
No,
Alright. Yeah, I bend over like I see a coin and I'm gonna trip him. I'm a halfling. Yeah, I'm small. I'm gonna get in their way, get under their feet by accident, of course.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Wrong place, wrong time.
All right. By all means, then. Wrong place, wrong time. For a small halfling to dabble backwards in the sand, looking at goods, their whip, or perhaps anything else, their arm, the scars along it, and as you do, you stumble backwards, and with a misplaced whip, a misplaced leg, a little shuffle, the slow but unrelenting guards stare forward, their tongues unfurling from their mouths like whips themselves, staring towards this man who you all would see stumble in the sand, himself let out a and begins to rush into an alleyway away. And as they go to cut him off and turn towards an alleyway that would no doubt pin him around this area, you hear a as one of them bumbles over and slams into the ground, the gear of the guard slamming into the sand as they turn back at you, Casimir, with a snarl.
I pretend to fall over
Ah,
as well as they hit me.
okay.
You have that dramatic spell. It's just like over dramatic attack
Yeah,
or something.
it's so dramatic. I look like they. I point at my leg, my wooden leg, and I go, "Watch where you're going."
Useless sack of meat. And he kind of gets up. You see one of the guards come by and says, "You fell, she did," and grabs him and picks him up. "Look down next time."
Yeah, best be looking down next time. Us small folk, try to stay away best we can.
Careful where you walk. Snack size. And keeps walking forward, stalking into the darkness.
Grimnir will go help Kaz up
Yeah.
and make sure that the guards aren't gonna get any. Don't they like super agitated or nothing.
With a group of you all there and them currently under a chase, they don't actively seem to be willing to start a fight, a kerfuffle, or an arrest. It was, apparently and wholeheartedly, as we can all see, an accident that could have happened to anyone.
Okay.
Oh, I'm fine.
What
Thank you.
happened?
Oh, I must have just tripped. What a shame.
I will say, as this person trips, this guard and the person down in the alleyway let out a bumble and fell into the sand while they are distracted and unrelentingly pursuing him. You do see something in the sand that this man left behind.
Oh, before Grimnir helps me up, I see what it is.
Okay. As you kind of take it from the sand, maybe even covering it with your body whenever you tripped, Grimnir, you're aiding Casimir up, and you can see there is the unremarkable but clearly scribed edges of a scroll case with no scroll within it.
Hmm. He must have been a scroll seller of some kind.
As you kind of flip it over, there is a moment that you immediately see it, and your hand instinctively just puts it over it as you see a spiral on the scroll case on the end of it.
Oh, I drop it. I drop it so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It lands
What?
into the sand.
Shit.
What is that?
Pharasma.
Do you say that out loud?
Who is she? Or who
Her
is they?
spits.
Oh, I say it out loud, but it's quiet, you know.
Yeah. Sage whisper.
She is the goddess of death. The bad
must
kind.
really- They must really like her around.
No, she is Pharasma is cruel and evil and hates everything that we stand for as the people of Gib.
She would deny our ability to live again.
Yes.
Do you bury it in the
What-
sand, or do you?
What will you do with it?
Yeah,
then?
go ahead. Sorry.
Do you give it to the guards?
If we are caught with this, we will likely face consequences. Even if we turn it in, we will likely face consequences. Elish,
Hmm.
you are a cleric. You are more knowledgeable than myself in these holy matters. What do you think we should do with it?
We should take it to the Shrine of Urgathoa and turn it over for them to destroy. As well as information
Yes.
of who was carrying it.
Yes, perhaps we can do that. I think turning it over to the Church of Urgathoa is wiser than the guards. Speaking of, didn't we wish to head there so they can try to fix your malady?
You know,
Oh
they
yeah,
don't
You're
fix
still
disease.
dying, aren't you?
I don't know if Overthrower would cure him.
No.
Oh, they
Yeah,
cure him.
Not in the way he wants.
Well,
Howdy doody. You're gonna...
But he had
I'm in
good
a-
constitution.
I'm in a tricky situation when it comes to Urgathoa and disease.
why?
Urgathoa is disease, growth, consumption.
So you like being sick?
I don't mind being sick, but I can't eat, so I'm going to die. And that's not so bad, but I am dying. And it's scary.
Well,
Not that close to dying yet.
if the Church of Urgathoa is not going to be of help, we did just run to someone carrying a scroll for asthma.
Would rather slit my throat than let one of them touch me.
Alright, just putting it out there. I knew that was going to be the answer.
What's that man?
Probably some black market dealer selling healing scrolls and the like.
Risky business for him.
Well, hopefully the guards catch him, hmm?
Yes.
Who knows?
We
They
could
have a
use some
poor
more
sense
meat.
of smell.
Perhaps you should be more careful as not to get trampled.
Yes, I will be more careful in the future. I would hate to impede
Where
the
to now?
guards. Well, I wanted to stop by the Tazrun person who can transfer runes quickly, so they can move some things around. I have just enough gold to pay for it, and after that, I am all out of money officially, so anything else we do is just going to be for you folks. And then I suppose we can head home. Berline will be visiting us soon, and I think it is best we start preparing for her arrival.
Should we collect something for you to cook? To thank her for this dwelling?
I do not have money to buy anything like that, unfortunately. So I was just going to make some hot water and maybe put some toes in it. Hopefully that would be good enough.
Did
I've
Berline
got
did Berline
25
eat at the
gold.
feast?
Just buy what you need. I can get it for you.
Really?
Why not?
Did
Yes, I
Berline participate in that feast? Like, were they eating a lot?
Oh, yeah, absolutely
Okay,
she was. She
okay.
loves food.
Yeah, maybe she's not hungry then. That was a lot of food.
Well, she might not come by today, but she'll be coming by soon, and we need to be prepared, because if we're not prepared, I'm sure she'll bring along a bunch of quick to torture in the torture chamber or murder them, and I mean, we get to keep
Fresh
her
food.
happy.
Very well.
If anything, we should stop by the meat market. I do need to pick up more meat.
You cannot
And-
eat.
Well, I know, but like others can.
All right. Okay. We can pick
I
up
mean-
some meat.
Yeah.
I would like to see if we can find anything that will help aid you, though. I understand that you are happy being diseased, but I would like you not to die.
I'm conflicted on that as well.
Yes. Well, as someone who is not religious and does not follow your god, let me just say that I would like you to keep living. So you can try to stop me, but I'm gonna try to fix you.
You show great compassion.
No, I don't. I'm just being pragmatic.
I don't know what the difference is. Anyway, Grimnir shoulders all the groceries we've been carrying around, or whatever we're carrying around. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I forgot all the things we've bought, but I assume Grimnir's carrying it, so he just kind of shoulders that and gets ready to head in a direction. I don't know where we're
Alright.
going.
Garis
I'm
is
going to
very
go
happy
see-
not have to carry things. That's awesome.
I'm gonna go see the Runekeep shop owner
Sure.
person.
There, as you know, there is no rune keeper, but you would know, of course, Mr. Kolo. You are aware of the man that runs the most magical shop in Graydirge. It is up towards the north, past the meat market, towards the old textile markets themselves. So you guys will be leaving the Court of Ghouls to do this, if that is okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the meat market anyway. We'll skirt by it.
Works for me. So as you walk through the streets going by, you see all sorts of undead and very few living that are willingly outside at the very moment. Now that the celebration has ended for Geb, most people are hiding in the hovels of their homes. But as for the undead that are outside, you can see them dressed up in faux attire of dresses, gowns, tunics that are all ruined beyond repair, but you can see them comparing these fashions that are so very flagrantly an attempt to look like you, living people. Some even more fanciful ones as they walk around have dead flowers that are just on the cusp of dying but clearly were not well taken care of, that they seem to hold over each other a remark with fashion. Beyond this tackiness, you all are able to continue by, as some of them remark or remorse at your lack of availability to be eaten, consumed. And so, as you move by, you can see in the distance over large canopies of flesh the vague screams that echo from the empty threshold, which is in Bonescrape. You can see that there is a somewhat humble room, a somewhat humble temple to Zon Cthulhu that exists here, and from it the echoes of screams from its torturous halls are not too far away, with the silence of Graydirge making them ever louder. You pass this in this other surprise gate, and you see the meat market, which you are very quickly aware that you've entered into the whole district that is focused on producing the meat for sustenance. And though one could think the cattles could be raised for the quick, animal meat seems very clearly intent for undeads. As you make your way in, you can hear people shouting out, "Femur! Over easy!" Ping, ping, as they slam the side of their table, and you see a huck of meat thrown over the heads of people towards a ghoul that snatches it out of the air and begins to gnaw on it like a turkey leg. You can see most of it's animal meat that is being given out here, raw or cooked. You can smell the steaming spices and the veggies that are cooked alongside them, only to wrap them in or give them any sense of health that are here. But most of the vegetables that are made in Geb are not made for the people of Geb. Sorry, Grimnir, continue.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I was just waiting for you to say, like, you know, there's skeletons drinking glasses of milk or something, you know.
Ah, well,
Calcium, you know.
yeah, of course.
Gotta keep the
themselves.
bones healthy.
Well, you are right. There is milk that is available, but mostly you hear someone shout, living meat, over here, living meat. You hear someone yell out, animal meat, right from the hoof up to the head. As they begin to shout out, you hear someone, as you walk by them, liquid for all your desires, blood by the bottle, as they hang it over the side of their mercantile cart, and they tip and sway the blood vial and the bottles for you that are clearly corked like wine bottles. Is anyone enticed?
I
Did
don't
you-
think
did
I
you
should
want
be
any
here.
blood? Or
Sorry, there were people talking over each other. Did somebody talk to
would you like some blood?
That's not really my style.
Alright.
It's so positive.
I'm not that
Do they
good
know
at
about
vampire.
that? Oh my gosh.
But only vampires do.
They like frown at you, Phaedrith, at that, and they say, "Oh." And then they hold up a tooth as though that's some kind of response.
What the fuck?
Yo,
That's literally
guy.
what Phaedrith says. What the fuck?
No, not your type. Very well. Put it away. You see that there is, as you go by, new meat in town. New meat. Bing, 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 bing. They hit on the side of a little bell. New meat. You can have a piece of me. 1 gold.
Give me a moment. I'm gonna pick up some meat.
Oh, sure. You know,
Do you have to-
Grimnir, this could
Do you
have
have to
been
take a
you.
number?
So, which stall does he approach?
You're
Judge
giving-
him
Grimnir
instantly.
grimaces at you.
Does
Does he go living? Does he go animal?
Or blood.
Or blood? One,
He
2, 3.
goes-
Be judged.
He goes towards the living.
Oh, okay. Now, no, this is living meat, not quick meat. So as you move up towards it, you can see that there are large stockades of goats, bulls, sheep, and some stalls definitely have the vibe that their meat isn't on display. It's unspoken of perhaps where they get their meat from. But as you move up, you see there is a large bulbous zombie with a very, very large forearm that seems to be made up of multiple different creatures, or at least they've stuffed it full of something. And as you move up, it kind of lolls towards you with a eye out of its socket and says, "Oh, then I'll get you."
Go 2 legs,
You want
2 arms,
Uh,
and
hey, you know that'll cost you an arm and a leg. He smacks you with the forearm.
it's a good one.
Sniffs his hand.
Better just get the family dinner and chicken thing. So-
And 4 hands.
All right. Now, what you want him out of?
From the non-displayed meats, if you could.
Undisplayed, all right. He kind of like begins to write something down, and he says, "You want to still be alive?
No, they can be just pieces.
Just pieces.
I don't need the whole.
All right. 2 silver per piece."
All right. Trying to do the math in my head. Who wrote this?
Bo-
16 silver. Is that right?
Bocalit Bohip Bookie. You said you asked for, I think it was 6 pieces, right?
Yeah. 8. 4 hands, 2 arms, 2 legs.
Yeah, 8 times 2, that'd be 16. So 1 gold, 6 silver for
Oh,
living
got my
meat.
math wrong. Sounds good.
All right, no, you want it delivered.
No, I'll just carry it with this in my sacks.
No, perfect. Bessie! Kind of yells to the back. Give me 6 sliders and 1 handers. And then there is some movement in the back before you begin to hear,
Horrible screaming.
yeah, as you hear sounds in the back. The way that the screams go, though, they're relatively muffled. It's mostly animals. It sounds as though they're getting at.
Oh, okay.
All right. And eventually you find yourself in front of 6 horse arms, 6 horse legs. He says, "All right, take it big. You specified arms and legs, and horses have both."
And that works. And he picks out 2 of each of them that look, relatively healthy.
Okay. And easy enough, you can pick out 2 of them. They are stocky. It would seem to keep them well fed. And what were the other things you were requiring from them?
Arms, legs, and hands.
Hands. Now, that's the weird one. He says, "All right, don't want these borderline fingernails, do you?" As he looks at the hooves. He will turn.
Oh, no, not those.
Right, hands. Hands. He kind of leans over the side of it. Now, You got a preference?
5 digits each.
Pecky.
Hmm.
You think you are some kind of Urgathoan reveler, huh?
Well, I am a cleric of Urgathoa.
Well, why didn't you just say so? And he will turn around and he'll start making his way down the stockade and into a tent. His little rack here that has like a bunch of meat is a lot of dried jerky that's just hanging there. And as he leaves, you can see that he pops off his forearm and leaves it on the table to watch over you guys. The hand like does a little "I'm watching you" at each of you. He goes to the back, and eventually, you would find 5 frozen hands that are brought up. They are bulbous, clearly frozen to the bone like popsicles, and he brings them up for you and says, "Take your bit."
He chooses some that look like they are not spindly, but more fully formed.
Perfect. Easily enough, you can select 5 frozen hands, and with that, you have your order. All right, next. As they put their hand back on, and you don't give them any more fuss.
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Thanks very much.
All right, before you go, you feel like you need some kind of fix me up, some real spice in your blood.
What do you got?
Depends if you got the coin.
I might.
Please don't offer my lizard drugs.
No, not drugs. Mutagens. Legally distinct.
Uh-huh.
Look, you want to, you can have some. But those alchemist folk, they don't want you to know. But some of these hands, they come right from the war. We get blood vials full of them, and we work them down to the bone. For gold. One shot of it, and you'll find yourself ready for any kind of battle.
He looks over at Grimnir. Would we work on one that big?
Oh, yeah. Came from ones that big, too.
No, I'll pass for now.
All right. But you ever find yourself scared? Come by, get some. Nothing frightens.
I'll keep it in mind.
All right. And he will wave you all goodbye, since you guys do not take his mutagen offer. All right, and with that, you guys pass the meat market. Sorry, continue.
No problem. Do you have what you need, Elish?
Yeah, this should help out the ghouls on the outside for a while.
The ghouls on the outside.
Oh yeah, you remember that one we saw that was trying to take that full body, right?
You bought meat for them.
Yeah,
You're going to feed them.
yeah. If I don't, then like, where are they gonna eat? They need to eat.
They will
Stray,
starve.
fucking stray cats, but they're ghouls.
How compassionate of you.
See, what if them follow? If they follow us home, it'd be like this guy. And he just gives it to us for free.
Everyone deserves to gorge themselves on food.
That's a big responsibility.
All right, Elish. We will make sure your ghoul friends get the meat they need. But if they do follow us home, we will kill them.
I mean, you can't do that unless they attack you first, but nothing says you can't provoke them, technically.
Yes,
I love loss.
by withholding food.
But that's mean. You shouldn't do that.
You shouldn't be wasting party funds feeding strays.
Well, if I don't feed them, then they're just gonna find something else to eat, and then that might not be good.
Elish is showing compassion. I say we allow him to do so.
All right. And together, as you wander with this and this compassion that's shown in the party that isn't often, you can very quickly find yourself into one of the stalls by the old textile market, of which the stall is in fact covered with a canvas of strange designs. Not Nexian, because we don't like Nexians in these parts, but
True.
you can see that there is designs that are similar to more downtrodden and horrifically poverty-stricken realms such as Absalom. You can see that there is this man that is huddled behind it, who is tending to a literal plethora and horde of sticks. Now, these sticks are in various shapes and sizes. You can see that there's ones for music, one with orbs, some made out of bone, some made out of grass, some made out of wood, some made out of anything but peachwood. Some bear the cosmos, and as you look, you can see wands of all sorts and sizes, and you can see a small selection of rune stones. The guards that are ghouls eye this human lovingly and protectively, sure, as you guys look forward, and you see the man kind of lean over that you recognize to be Spectral Scepter's owner. He leans forward and sees you arrive.
Well, I would have recognized the movement of Mr. Koloski from anywhere. Salutations.
You would know this Mr. Koloski as Ezekiel Adhood.
Mr. Hood, it's a pleasure to meet you once more. I'm here to peruse your items of curiosity.
By all means, take a look around.
And he will open his shop to you. Now, I am aware you guys can see the backstory of this character whenever I open the shop to you. I could not figure a way to stop that. However, I think it's all the more funny, as I imagine these are rumors that were given to you by Mr. Cole about this man. Alright.
I like his boots.
You should take them.
You should be able to access
Steal a
Spectral
man's
Scepters.
boots?
No, I can't wear boots.
He's got stamps.
Oh, that's why you were saying sticks. I'm like, why does he have a pile of sticks? I don't get it. Oh, it's a bunch of staff.
I smell something delicious in the air. Stopped by our local meat markets recently.
Yeah, I got some hands and legs and I guess horse arms, which are legs.
Really? He pulls up his monocle. Can I see them?
Sure. And he pulls out the two sacks and he opens them up.
He uses his monocle to inspect the fingers of one of the person hands.
Yes, quite. You have good taste.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. What are you here for, all of you?
I need assistance moving a rune from one weapon to the other. Are you able to help?
Rudimentary. You should be using Mr. Adhood's abilities more kindly. What do you need swapped over?
I'll take out my butcher's knife and my whip.
Simple enough.
And as you kind of splay them out, this sort of transfer, I believe, takes not a day, right? Just an hour?
I don't even know, honestly.
Let's see.
I feel like an hour sounds right, but I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head.
He'll say,
I have quite a bit of backlog, so that will be... Come back tomorrow.
I look at my whip and look at him. You want me to leave my whip with you?
Of course, I have no use for it. I have my staves, my scepters, and my wands. What use would I have for this?
And it would be okay if I left it with you?
Of course, you are of business. Though I
Are you
do ask for a deposit. So you don't leave me with these two things, and so I don't sell them.
Okay, but you promised the whip will not be harmed, right?
Oh, it will not be harmed. It will be engraved into, but that's normal for rune inscriptions.
Okay, and it'll be here when I get back.
Of course it will be, of course. Yeah,
Casimir twitches.
I pledge on my left pinky finger.
You even have one of those.
He holds it up and it's got like 2 rings on it.
Right. Okay, alright. It's only deposit is like 3 gold. Do you want 1 gold piece?
Oh, the price will be 4 gold for this transfer. I require half up front.
Sure, I will give you 2 gold.
Thank you. And he will take it from you with a smile.
Thank you. I take it from the purse.
Oh, you have wonderful hydrated skin.
Thank you.
Hard to come by.
Yes.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
Is that all you all wish from me? Or can Ezekiel Erhud do anything for you?
I believe that is all for today, Ezekiel. We'll be by tomorrow.
No improvement upon your own staff?
Oh, I like to fiddle with that myself.
Oh, very well. Goodbye, Hodad. Goodbye.
And as he takes the cleaver and he takes the whip, you guys are...
I walk slowly out, like backwards, like looking at the whip. And I like linger in the doorway. Are you sure it's gonna be here tomorrow?
Shoo!
Okay.
Yes, it will be here.
Okay. Be nice to it, please.
I will.
Yes, it'll be fine. Phaedra just kind of like pulls him out of the door.
Okay.
So if something bad happens to the whip, you get that man's finger. Is that
His
how that
throat.
works?
Oh, we take more
Oh.
than that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you would get the 2 wings on the finger.
I see. No, he said he pledged his finger. Isn't that what he said?
Oh, we get this pinky. I will accept this trade that my whip is missing tomorrow.
Right. With this and pulling Casimir away, there is a plethora of other places to be. Here up north, there is things for outfitting. There's Blightguard Outfitters, Grave Plate Armory, and Rotting Root Remedies. And Cryptic Quivers, if anyone is
Rotting
curious.
Root Remedies sounds like maybe.
Remedies might have
Fifteen?
something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's go see the remedies and see if we can find anything.
It's gonna be like not what we want.
No,
It'd be
it's
like,
not.
It's
No, it's
gonna be
not
like
really.
hanging witches' feet and the exotic abodes of Hufflepuff fish.
You are correct. As you make your way over, you can see that there is a hunched over orc who is currently stitching or needling and with a thin stroke of this long piece of string around a weapon. You can see that across their belt there is a plethora of pouches. They have a belt with various magical symbols on them, and you can see across the leathers of tattered skin that they have covering their arm. There is a lot to see on this orc, and as you all make your way in, you can see them in their hood kind of like look up towards you and then give you all a big smile.
Oh,
Welcome
Hello?
to Rotting Root Remedies.
is that flesh?
Mm.
Eyes?
And he like gestures.
Take your perusal. Anything to fix your ailments. Shitty way of speaking, we have silver tongue mutagens. No muscle count, juggernaut mutagen. Bad face, Wazzle Reed masks.
Do you have anything to help illness?
Kind of like raise an eyebrow. Holds up the sword.
Bad stomach.
That is a sword. You have a potion or some kind of antidote or anything?
You don't think you have my...
Kind of like looks at you.
You think you know better what I should be selling?
Oh no, I just thought you were something else. Your sign was a little misleading, was it?
Misleading? There's anything in here to fix your ailments.
Maybe that. It's a stretch.
Oh, you can force yourself to eat. Even though you can't.
If your friend is sick, I have this disgusting paste.
He holds up this jiggly jello substance.
Oh, come across.
Creatures have
How
difficulty
much?
swallowing soon act.
5 gold.
Easy enough. Sold.
All right.
That's overkill.
No, it's not.
Bitch, give me-
They said 5 gold.
He will hand you it. If you drag that off of...
No, it's clearly 3 gold.
No.
if you drag it off of their sheet
That's just
into
bone
yours-
paste.
Shut up.
if you drag it off of the shop sheet, the amedic paste into your... Yeah, you got it.
There we go. Now get out. Unless there's anything else you want to buy, but not you. I'm not helping with your face.
Points at you, Mr. Colo.
Chemical crossbow, that's interesting.
It is clear that the things we require are not here.
Yeah.
Perhaps we will find somewhere else to help our friend.
Thank you for your produce.
Get out. Come again. Please.
I need the business.
Yeah.
All right. Erotic root remedies.
Wait.
Oh,
No, I'm still looking.
yeah.
I'm reading it as fast as I can.
By all means. Go. He says,
You want to sing better? Here. You want to look better? Here. You want a stronger
Maybe I
heart?
don't look good.
Well, you could look better.
I could look back. All right, I'm out of here.
No.
I leave immediately. Get fucked.
Your arms could have bent backwards. All right.
Oh, you could be a reacher.
Yeah.
I would just hire Ricci for that.
all right. Next, along the ways, we've got Blightguard Outfitters, we've got Grey Plate Armory, and we have Cryptic Quivers if you guys want to make any more stops in this area.
The only kind of stop I have left is just getting groceries. And you can tell me how much gold you want me to spend on that.
Well, here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Here's the thing. You could go anywhere to get groceries. They're not good. You know, they're like the worst
Yeah.
groceries available that wouldn't be going to the Export Guild. But if there's, for some reason, anyone else in the party that has an idea of where to go to get food, they should let me know now.
Well, don't we need to go to the bakery?
Yeah. Isn't there a granary around here? Which, sounds like there might be, if Mr. Cole was told. The granaries are not what they are.
The bakery, yeah.
Because also, didn't we think there were maybe drugs being peddled there?
Yes,
So,
yes. Expensive ones from far beyond.
Isn't it Pesh?
Yes, quite expensive.
Isn't that where you're from? Katapesh?
Yes, from the lands of Katapesh. It's a something brewed up from the weeders. Old drug.
You know lots about this drug. Are you a practitioner?
Oh, it helps distract you from other sights that you see here?
Wow, Mr. Colo, I never took you for the type.
I mean, I've lived long enough, I might as well enjoy some days.
I'm sure it helps with your arthritis as well.
As long as it keeps your hands steady.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, only if I close one eye, though.
Let's just go to this bakery and maybe we can pick up some of your medication, old man.
God damn it.
Right. Under much scrutiny because it's one of the only places that sell living food. Well, food for the living, not living. You fucking get it. You guys can make your way through. Now, up here, there is a couple of places, vegetable stores, the meat markets, and a bunch of breaderies that make food for the dead, but also the living, such as shepherd's pies and meat pies and more pies that have meat in them, sausage rolls and, all that good stuff. And as you begin to make your way through them, you do find one that is more bakery than meadery than the rest. A Nedla's Bread and Muffins, of which you can see a quaint halfling woman holding onto a pie on the signage. And inside you can see that there is only a few quicken here that are looking back behind them to make sure there's nobody coming in as they grab food for their families before they need to trek across Graydirge to get that back home without getting caught, or at least attacked. As you make your way towards it, you can see behind the counter a lovely middle-aged halfling woman who has a big apron on and her hands are covered in flour. She's,
"Oh, welcome in, dearie. Oh, yes, a pie. Very good. Blueberry would be very good."
and she kind of like slides it over towards the previous customer. And as you guys kind of peek in, you can see it is all pies, muffins, tarts, all of that wondrous, delicious pastes. Threes.
If I didn't know any better, I would say this is a hag's bakery. Luckily, I know better, yes? Hello, ma'am.
Oh, welcome in. How are you?
Well,
No, you're probably right.
Whoa,
I'm glad someone agrees with me.
you seem to have outward opinions of me coming in here. I hope that changes when you have one of my muffins.
We look forward to purchasing
Oh,
many goods today.
Yay!
These smell
But-
very good.
Thank you.
What the hell are
You're holding up like a blueberry muffin.
they? Never seen one of these in my entire life.
Grimnir, hang on. Can I have one of those?
No, he's like hunched over. Like I assume she has like a little like glass like
Oh,
display.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he's just sniffing.
I point at one of the big cinnamon buns.
Oh.
May I have one of those, please?
So by all means.
And you can pay for the food, like whatever you want in here.
Okay.
Between all of the bakery goods, delicious icing, the strudels, it is a delicious arrangement of baked goods. For every ration that you're kind of getting here, we can kind of count this as ration pools. But if you want
Okay.
something small, singular, it's 2 copper, like a muffin, right? Muffin for yourself,
Okay.
a bun for yourself. If you want a pie, that'll run you a silver.
Okay. I get a big cinnamon bun.
Mhm.
I spend 2 copper, and I hand it to Grimnir.
Thank you.
Oh, this will be good. Baby's first cinnamon bun.
Yeah. Casimir watches you.
Go.
Describe it for me.
I'll
Yes,
eat it,
please
yeah.
eat it. Nedla loves seeing you eat her muffins.
Nah, I can't wait. Yeah, he eats it.
All right, you take a bite, and I feel like for a creature such as you, the taste of sweetness is so foreign that it hits you like a boulder, considering how sweet this would be, mixed with the cinnamon
Yeah,
spice.
first he recoils for sure.
Oh, you are right, dear.
This tastes good.
That's
I have
good
another
to
bite.
hear.
It's good. Kind of. Small. I guess he's getting crumbs everywhere too.
No, right into your fur, slathering.
Yeah. All right.
Who made the pastries, ma'am?
Adore me, Nedla. I can also get you something bigger, like a meat pie for your,
Looks at you, Phaedra. Looks outside.
thing? Pet?
That would be wonderful, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, the bigger the better. He's a hungry boy.
If you don't mind, I charge double for a large size, so, 2 silver for a big meat pie.
That's fine.
Perfect.
She will smile and reach over the counter and take whatever coin you guys gonna toss towards her.
Always nice to meet new customers. We have strawberry tarts and strudels as well.
Kind of just begins to pour things out and wait for you all.
Oh, and what else can I get you, or is that everything for today? You've been lovely as far as everything goes.
Did you buy 3 sets of rations?
Oh, excellent.
So I think that's a good amount of food.
Oh, absolutely it is, yes.
3 weeks. Isn't
Yeah.
it like isn't it for a week?
That is 3 weeks of
Yeah,
rations.
3 weeks.
3 weeks of muffins. Oh no, I'm gonna get fat.
It's sausage
We're gonna
rolls,
get
strudels,
fat.
custard tarts.
This is not good for my character.
We're fattening you up for the meat market, buddy.
Oh no,
no.
shit. Oh.
We also had another interest in mind while you were here.
Oh, really? Oh, I do make a specialty. Do you have a fruit, perhaps, that you have procured? We don't see in Geb?
Maybe not fruit. This is my friend, Dr. Koloski. He is from Katapesh.
Oh, no one's sick.
No. I mean, yes, but no. We were wondering if you had any kind of drugs.
Bread made from the finest grain.
Her gaze hardens.
Oh shit.
You guards?
Oh my.
No. We would be
Adrian
Oh,
just
it is
kind
a
of like
halfway.
rolls
Right.
their eyes a little bit. Do we look like guards?
You kind of do.
Colo
You're
will,
white
uh,
male.
Me? I don't look like a guard at all. I'm 5 foot nothing and I have a big ass dog.
Cole
And
will
full
make
plate
he'll make a loaf
Okay.
of bread
Adventure at the very least.
appear between them.
Mmm.
A light.
A loaf of bread.
A loaf of bread. Oh.
Kind of looks at it. Looks at you. Looks at it.
You think those fool ghouls can do that?
It's a brute, not a card.
I don't think you're ghouls. Hmm. Very well. Who told you?
It was
From the mouth of a Colo and themselves.
Oh, why didn't you just say so? Come on back. Come on, dearies. Into the back.
And she will pop open the door and say,
Kitchen's closed.
and you'll see the door.
Oh, is
Yeah.
Gara still outside?
Do you invite him in?
Yeah.
Sure. Garas can be inside as long as he doesn't make a ruckus.
He's a good boy.
All right. And Nedla will open up the back and will show you to what is the most drug-deniest drug den you've ever seen. As you see pucker pickles, spider molds, refined pesh, cat. Cat isn't Q-A-T, not... Yeah. Shiver,
Cat.
bloods, toad tears, centipede venoms, mustard powder, grave root, viperous elixirs.
Okay, it's like a black market.
Does she have any healing scrolls down here?
You do see a section as you look at it. There is only but one scroll.
Muffin.
Scroll of heal. Oh, that's
Oh,
scandalous.
boy.
That's like scandalous.
Why don't you sell her that scroll you got off that guy?
Oh,
It's
look,
empty.
they
It's
got the
just a
good
case.
stuff.
Oh, it's just a case.
And a healing potion. I've only dreamed of these.
Oh, look, mustard powder.
Look, they have false death too.
Oh, I love that one.
It's a little outside of our price range at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. If you have 5 gold, I can get it for someone. I have 20 on me.
Does she have any healing for our friend who's dying?
Oh, don't worry. I got something for him.
Okay. Viper's elixir. Oh, these are very cool. Nedla.
She even has pickles.
Pucker pickles.
Pucker
Pucker pickles are crazy. I don't know if you've read them.
Yeah, if you had eaten.
They throw you up.
Very useful for halflings, honestly.
Yeah.
Look at that blood stuff. That actually is pretty useful.
I know. I was looking at that.
I mean, yeah, you lose. Because, like, early on, it ain't too bad. Like, drain 1, that's only, like, 1 health at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Right, well, here is your pesh, Dr. Koloski.
Ah, yes, yes.
Oh, by
Fine
goodness.
grain.
Oh, yes, it is. Do you prefer it eaten or smoked?
Oh, smoked.
Excellent.
And she will procure you some. As she hands you a small baggie of refined pesh.
There you
Oh.
go, darling. Of course, anything you see here at Nedla's Bread and Muffins is entirely something that you saw somewhere else, if you saw it at all. Is that right?
I'm looking at that scroll of heal. Hmm.
Oh, she kind of like looks at you and says,
Sorry, a young lad came by and bought the rest, only one left.
What was his name? I think we ran into him.
Travis. His grandmother
Travis.
is very sick, and so he bought quite a few. 3.
Wait. So, could we even use this? Because it says the spell must appear on your spell list.
I can use it, but I don't
There's
think-
ways to get around that.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
I have the ability to trick scrolls into thinking I'm a mage.
Okay.
Ah, you also had education in the magic schools.
No.
You also can, Phaedrith, because you have divine-based spellcasting.
I'm gonna give it to Kez.
Oh, you guys buy it?
I think about it because it's very illegal. So we get caught
Well,
with this, we're like in
well,
a lot of trouble.
I already bought it, so either you use it or I do.
Okay.
She will.
okay.
She
You're
will.
gonna have to hide it.
Yeah, place it in a scroll case, and she'll say,
Now, for the young man, he was quite bold, but I assume you don't want this anywhere, out in the open, so I'm just going to give it to you outside its case. You need to be very careful with it, and, a reminder, casting anything like this in town, with the eyes of anyone will likely get you caught, including if you do it for the living, because the quick here will very quickly, route you out for a quick buck.
Right.
Just keep it hidden.
Do we want to get a healing potion, team?
Also
I-
very
I-
illegal.
I have the money, so
I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. Okay, listen, gang. Team huddle, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us are alive right now. Sorry, Hillish.
yes. And
So-
hopefully we continue that way.
I hope we continue that. However, this shit is super, super illegal. No one's a snitch, okay?
I don't think
Or you
any
get
of this
stitches.
Or you get stitches.
Hey,
"Wow,
what's wrong with stitches?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
They're used to keep you together after we kill you and put you back together.
I'm already dead.
Listen, Phaedrith, just don't tell anyone because we might need these. Because we are
Okay,
still
then.
living.
Let's get him. I don't. Why are
Okay.
we in a huddle again?
Because this is very illegal and we could be like executed if we get found with them.
Oh no.
Yes. Oh no. Yeah, we don't want that. Execute
It means
in a
feared
bad
you're not
way.
taking this very seriously.
Listen, he's got his own things going on, okay?
Oh, if he died and suffered, that'd be horrible.
Alright. Okay, wonderful. We will take the healing potion, Dr. Koldo. You can get that. I have the scroll of heal. Thank you, Phaedrith. You are very
Right. I did it. I got some pest
Okay.
too, by the way.
Perfect.
nice.
Do
This will heal Hilish.
hey Kaz, do you how
Uh-huh.
much do you want to dedicate to like food for Berline? Because I can get a couple more healing
I just-
potions.
Picked up rations, and I figured Idomare will let that be fine.
I will.
If that's okay.
I will. If you mark them down like as like a full meal each. If you want to impress Berline with your food, you'll have to put more money into it.
I mean, I'll put more money into it. I do want to impress her because I'm afraid of her.
Why would you be that? She's a bloodlord.
That's why.
I mean,
Maybe a
if
nice
you
one.
if you okay with me just spending like I don't know 5 gold on
Yes.
a nice dinner, that's fine. That's all my money, but you know,
That's too expensive.
too
A
expensive.
single gold.
Single gold.
Yes, a single gold is a well meal.
Ah,
Two,
are you
Two
haggling for the fucking...
two golds. 2 gold. Is that all right?
I mean, if a rent in an inn is only 2 silver, so like,
All right. I'm spending 2 gold, and Grimnir is carrying out the groceries.
There you go. Put the 2 more healing potions.
Thank you.
Okay, dearies. If that's everything,
I think so. If you're if the boy that came by here, you know, comes by again,
oh,
and we happen to meet up, you know, let us know. I'd like to know how he's doing.
Travis? Oh, absolutely. I gave him a 80-20 chance of being dead.
Oh, that's just a
80
good.
that he
that's
dies?
good.
Or...
20% chance he makes it. Huh?
Oh, just the guards. I mean, he looked quite, conspicuous. But money's money, and Mama needs to get paid.
No, that's so fair.
Alright, let's go. Is there any other stops we need to make in town?
I don't think so.
We need to fill up on water, right?
Yeah, we were interrupted.
yep.
We need to go fill up the barrels and then.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
but first things first, whenever we get outside, hey Holish, come here really quick.
Or
Goodbye.
Bye, Grandma.
I have to
And,
find maybe find a shovel or something. Dig our own well, maybe.
Are you gonna force feed him? You gonna force him the fucking paste?
Well, it says you can typically put it on the throat, so I'm just gonna take the paste and just like.
Yeah, you absolutely
Like-
can. Is this like? Have you ever seen like someone like do like flat on their hand and then like whipped cream slap? Like.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. There you go, buddy. It's medicine. Now puke.
Immediately, as soon as this hits your throat, Halish, your entire body just thrums with sickness. And you feel the distinct
Here
need
it
to
comes.
vomit.
Die.
I need you to give me immediately a fortitude save with a plus
The
2.
death. Death approaches.
With a plus 4, actually, with the aid.
Yeah, because I said
Yeah.
Gave him chicken noodle soup.
the chicken noodle soup.
It's a plus 2 item bonus, plus 2 circumstance bonus. Oh, buddy.
Oh,
Oh,
Let me
buddy.
hero point that.
we got hero points.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
better.
Oh.
No, it's the rat poison. Okay, it's not that bad. It's a rat disease.
Anything lower than 15 is not acceptable in Pathfinder. I've recognized.
mhm.
Okay, so as this happens and you put this paste on, it begins to bubble like a peroxide down between your scales, and you feel this itch in your throat, and you begin to huddle over, and you feel the rattling of hasty in your pocket, and you just keel over, and you vomit. And you vomit like you've never vomited before, and I won't get into the details of it, but it's pasty, it's bubbly, and when it's done, you feel absolutely wonderful.
Phaedrith is just like rubbing his back the whole time. They're there.
I'm
Get
cured.
up, buddy.
I'm conflicted. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
Anathema. Uh-oh.
No, it's not anathema to be cured of
That's-
disease. It's just weird.
Oh.
Thank you. A little hungry right now though, and he takes out a hand and starts chomping on it.
There you go. See? All better.
As you
Man, I'm good.
as you suckle on a finger, Phaedrith, you look on at a job well done.
Phaedrith is like very proud of themselves right now.
All right. Excellent. And with Alish cured, that I didn't think that was gonna happen today. I thought you'd have to deal with this whole feast again alone.
Oh no, I'm gonna make him throw up on the side of the street.
All right. You hear people go, oh, as they go by as you guys walk away. But nonetheless, you guys can leave. If you guys want to take very quick non-roleplay heavy peruses of Bladeguard Outfitters or Graveplate Armory, but I don't think you guys have any money to buy new armor at this given juncture.
Nope. We're poor.
Okay, no worries at all.
I
then.
don't wear armor.
All right.
I need to commission something anyway.
Mm-hmm. Get something in from Yoled. You guys can travel through the markets again and back towards Bone Scrape out of the meat markets. You go by people that shout for, femurs, meats, hands, even heads that are on sale right now, as there's a whole smoked bulk cow heads that they boil for just undead to gnaw on as they walk through the streets. And before long, you guys can be out and away. As you guys are making your way through town and are heading back to the Reservoir of Tears, the only place that is able to give monetary, worthwhile water to the people that are living in Graydirge, do you guys, talk to anybody? Do you listen in for what people are talking about? Or at the Reservoir of Tears when you're filling out barrels that you guys bought, are you guys listening in or talking to people that are around the reservoir?
I listen in. I try to catch any word about that kid that I keep hearing the name of, and you told me twice.
Travis.
Travis, thank you.
Or
See if
Trevi.
he was
Not
caught or
Trevi.
anything.
Trevi.
Yeah, go ahead and you guys either make me a diplomacy check to gather information or a perception check to gather information. If you critically fail the perception check, though, someone realizes you're listening on them.
Oh, fair enough. Well,
But-
I'm gonna do diplomacy anyway. I'm Casimir. I'm a friendly guy. Friendliest guy in Geb. Ooh, yeah, friendliest guy in Geb.
That's a
Oh,
success.
I didn't hit the button. Sorry.
No, it's okay. That's a success. Does anyone else want to do this? This is just free for wandering around Graydirge.
Why not? Sure.
All right. You want me
Yeah, I'll
perception or
do
diplomacy?
some perceptioning.
It says I'm missing statistic, diplomacy, and selected. I think I accidentally have Garrus selected.
Oh no! Here, I'll bring you back over to the landing page. Yeah.
No,
Must be
it still says
secret.
me, even though I definitely have a +7 in diplomacy.
Okay, you can just roll a straight diplomacy check from your sheet then.
Should this be secret?
Oh no, you'll know.
Okay. Actually, I'm fine.
Oh, well
Oh.
done.
Try
I'm
not
so
to
diplomatic.
gather attention anyway.
Mm-hmm. You gather a lot of attention no matter where you go. I haven't really
Mhm.
described it, but Grimnir, you are the subject of much hunger as you walk through the
Yeah,
streets.
I can watch their cold, dead eyes looking at me.
it's
Stick to the
actually
middle of
26.
stick to the middle of the group.
Mhm. All right. Perfect. Phaedrith, you hear about something kind of boring?
Oh,
As you're
What you said was boring. You tell them.
as you're hanging around the reservoir, there's just these two ghouls that are prattling on with a human. The one ghoul has hair made out of intestines. They've taken someone's intestines and turned them into hair. You can see that there is another ghoul that is wearing a flower and a nice suit, and then and they're both watching their quote unquote servant human drink water by their knees. But being on the top of Garrus, you kind of hear what they're talking about. You hear one of them say,
Ah, you're right. We swat over the money ourselves. Last time I was here, Graydirge Bank was still open.
the other shakes their head.
No, that closed a few years ago. All the money was withdrawn, of course.
Looks left, look right.
But some say there might be a few lockboxes still down in that vault that were never claimed, if you ever have some coin to hire some folk.
They nod and say,
What a dastardly thing to say. Who knows who has real ownership over that bank, and I wouldn't want the tax collectors after me. Are you done drinking, swine?
and they pick them up and leave.
Huh. Interesting. Tidbit. Do we have anybody in the party that's allied with the tax collectors? Or Mr. Cullen?
Nope.
I swear it was Cullen.
That was one of my character ideas, but
Halish, you hear something about food. You hear some people going,
That's all I can give you, though.
as they hand them like a small bit of meat from a very unscrupulous source. You're not sure what meat that could be from, even yourself. The one says,
I'm sorry, it's just getting pricier. Harder to come by. It's just another way for us quick to suffer and gab, I guess. You know, I heard that there was someone doing something about it. The coalition? That's great. We really need more people like that around here, Fuss. I said, "Shh, quiet down."
Halish would approach them.
Ah! Argathoin, praise be to the dead mother.
Did you say you were hungry?
We're sorry. We didn't mean to. We didn't mean to say that. We like our legs.
But you're hungry, is that correct?
they look between each other.
Could eat?
Good. And he reaches into his bag and he pulls out 2 horse legs. Here.
Oh. Wait, this is animal meat. Thanks.
Well, yeah. Not many people like human.
And they each take one and they begin to like look at it and they rush home. Like they book it as soon as they get their hands on the hooves.
This'll feed me for days.
All right. And Casimir. You hear some people talking about more general things. And then, besides them talking about a zombie dog that they saw in the Court of Ghouls the other day, that's weird. There's usually not zombie dogs around. Wonder where that came from. But you hear one of them say,
Between everything, I think it's amazing that the bone shards haven't been caught yet. Goes to show the ghouls only do what they care to do. The gang like that can still make their way around. But I guess it's in their opinion the bone shards stay a gang. And they've done jobs for people above ground and below, and probably the government at some point. And backstab those same people. It's pathetic, really.
the other one says,
Yeah, but I never really believed that they were fetchlings. You know, creatures of half shadow, that sounds... maybe it's true. How else could they stay so well hidden, I guess? I'm sure if they were ever caught or hideout was found, they'd be killed.
They were the bone. What?
bone shards.
Bone shards. Let's write that down, Darby.
Between that, those of you that weren't particularly listening to conversations do hear about someone talking about how the return of Geb to the public eye, and of course everyone around in that area, including yourself maybe if you want, say, may his death on death bring lasting pain and suffering to all. And then they say, it's cause for much celebration, but it's certain to bring some upheaval. It seems like politics are strained right now, especially between the Bloodlords and the great factions. Beyond that, though, you guys can gather full water barrels and head back, if that's your guys' plan.
Yeah, want to get out of here before nightfall.
Good call.
Yes.
All right, just after midday, unless there's anything else you guys want to do in the lovely city of Graydirge. You guys leave?
Yes.
Perfect. Now, as you guys all leave during midday, there is just as big a line going in as whenever you guys left.
Oh my god.
And before long, as you walk through the ossuary building, there is nothing stopping the living from leaving. Well, except dubious questioning. As each of you guys kind of go by, you hear the ghoul that is watching from the inside. There's only one where there's three to the outside.
Well, where do you think you're going?
We are going home,
You have a home where?
not here.
Oleg Manor.
Ah, I heard someone take new residence of such place. Fine, go. Are you bringing any export?
No.
They look at you and they give you like the eyebrow.
Very well.
And they note something down on a record. And then they let you go.
Next.
And before long, each of you all can walk through the shattered wastelands, the farming walled communities of dead and halflings that run it, with humans and the vast zombie tillers that work inside. Until you're home.
Oh,
Grimnir,
jeez.
Grimnir sets the barrels of water down and wipes his brow. Took a sweat. I don't know how far the city is. Like an hour or so?
It is an hour walk, yeah.
Oof.
It's a mile out.
Right. I'm going to start
What
putting
do
the
you want,
groceries
beast?
away. Oh, put them in the kitchen.
I'm gonna give that big ass meat pie to
Clunk.
Gars.
Oh, all right. They do you use the community blood pool as a bowl?
As a feeding bowl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Garas will come up and just begin slurping out the big pie and fall down on their side.
Who changed his name to Gars Dog?
Oh, I thought it would be easier for everyone to be able to see each other's names to make it easier.
Yeah, not a horse.
That's true. Everybody has to know he's a dog.
That's right. Okay. Casimir, as the water barrels are put down, you can start wiping your hands. You know that a feast like this will take some time to make, and if you get started now, at 3 p.m., maybe you'll have enough time in the 5 hours, probably until Berline makes it.
Is she coming tonight?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
shit,
what I
okay.
said.
I
That's-
didn't. Okay, I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't pick that up. All right, I got work to do. Grimnir.
Well,
We have
he,
to
walks,
cook.
he spins on a hoof. He comes back.
I
Yes.
need you to do me a favor.
Okay.
I need you to stand right there.
Okay.
Make sure no one comes through this door.
Well, rev up those friends. No, I'm kidding.
There shuts the door. And he's gonna start cooking.
Knock on the door.
Yes, Grimnir.
For how long do you need me to stand in front of the store?
Until I am done.
Okay. Close. I guess we'll just sit down on the
bathroom
ground.
breaks are allowed, however. Just, let me know.
I was not going to ask you if I could just.
I just want to let you know, just don't. If you need to go, you got to go. All right, okay, good.
I guess they got nothing better to do. Sit on the ground. Cross his neck.
Phaedra, is there anywhere in particular you're going, or you go sit down on the couch?
I think we will sit down on the couch.
Okay.
We have a couch? No way.
Oh yeah, you got very nice, beautiful black leather couches.
I just see these stone benches. I'm like, well,
That's all that you can sit on.
it is fantasy land.
All right. And as you're sitting and relaxing, Phaedra, you sit down, and I imagine you see Mr. Colo pulling out a pipe.
Not this, sir. It's a little early.
Okay.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say he was taking like an old man nap in the armchair, and Peepaw's all worn out from his trip at the market.
His cane's on the side, just out.
Slightly tilted his head forward.
There's a
Oh no.
Arkin, no!
Oh,
Every time!
Every time you walk to that side of the building,
He goes.
just runs off into the stratosphere.
Argon quietly makes its way into the building, like into the living room area with the fire, and it begins to like walk up to Mr. Colo,
Oh, what?
and then like flips around at you.
Arkin, you gotta let him sleep. He's old. He needs his beauty.
Do you say that?
Yes.
It kind of like turns, and Mr. Colo, as you're resting, your head slightly tilted forward, thinking, you feel cold hand hold your hand.
Oh.
Do you need something?
The hand like jumps back down as though it's gotten your attention.
Elf it through a feast.
As it spittles all over you.
Yes, it is true. We are having company this evening.
I must prepare. And it will jump away. Leaves you nice and bloody.
Hopefully he doesn't make Kaz too angry.
Well, I mean, how much damage can a hand do anyway?
All right. And as you guys guard your valiant kitchen, eat your dangerous pie, and rest in your beautiful manor, Alish, it looks like you're outside gardening.
Yep. Tilling the land with his claws, cutting down any branches and things like that with his scythe.
Perfect. Gardening. How fun.
Yep.
All right. Casimir, do you have an idea of what you are making for dinner?
What did I have for dinner?
Not Taco Bell.
No, it's not Taco Bell.
Quesadilla.
Casimir is making some nice sushi.
Oh.
Some of the fish he's putting in is still gonna be fingers, like human fingers.
finger
where they're supposed
Oh,
to-
tempura fingers.
Yeah, tempura fingers.
Wow.
So he rolls them in some nice seaweed he picked up from market. So yeah, he's doing a whole sushi, some Osaka rolls. I don't know what they'd be called here. Oh, Shenmen rolls.
Yeah, Shenmen rolls. Xian
Shenmen
rolls.
Yeah. And yeah, that is what is for dinner tonight.
All right. Simple enough. You guys can sit down and relax. And Halish, you feel wonderful. Conflicted even how well a paste worked to make your condition get so better. Probably maybe the first time you've ever experienced the feeling of getting medicine on your body.
Yeah. It's interesting being a cleric of Urgathoa and getting a disease.
I wonder how Halish feels about someone spending so much to make sure you're healthy. Someone valued your life. Yeah, that's nothing to be worried about because you got hours to wait. And during these, I'd say 3, 4, 5 hours that you have until Berline arrives, is there anything you guys want to talk about, do, or ask about? Sounds good.
I'd probably ask Faye what her opinion, or his opinion, was on the Blood Wards that we met.
They just was kind of like lean back in the chair and tilt their head a bit. It's probably the most serious you've ever seen him. To be honest, something didn't feel right. I mean, I know Bloodlords are gonna Bloodlord, but really, something was off. I don't know what.
Oh, with which one? The young blood, who's cocky and throwing each way? Or the brooding one?
The Wraith.
Exy. Itzy. Icy.
Excited. But I don't really know how to place it. It wasn't anything particular, just something's off. Not to mention the effect they both had on the governor. I'm not. I don't know. They're out of our league right now. What do you think?
I think the governor's always been a suck up.
I see. Why is it such a big picture?
That could be his hat.
Though it is pretty far for them to travel to come out here to visit Berline. There's not too much around here. Very close to the border, but definitely
That's a
not
good
in
point.
political circles out here, I would say.
Yeah, that's a good point. All this way for the governor? I mean, I know it was an occasion, but worthy of 3 bloodlords in one place? That's kind of unheard of, isn't it?
Does Cole know, like, Berline, like, have any of them been here before? These bloodlords? That way, maybe we would have known in the past few years, or...
Give me a recall knowledge.
Obviously, I don't think Zinni was here before since he's brand new. Conan, guy.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually kind
But
of
the
curious
other-
if Phaedrus would know this as well, since they grew up here.
You both can give me a recall knowledge.
There you go.
That's the right person that I have selected, and not Garis. It might have been Garis.
Nope, you're good. For you, Phaedrith, you know the Bloodlords to move around. Sometimes. For their own pleasure and vacations, right? In times before Geb awoke, Bloodlords were able to do whatever they wanted. They had their own faction to placate that got them in their position, some would say. And they would pursue their power however they wish over each other. Beyond having to guard themselves from anyone that wanted their position, they were kind of free reign. But the fact that they came from Mekatar, or wherever, after Geb has been getting up, they have to be doing it in some way to further their own power. You feel.
Mm-hmm.
You can't imagine what, as you don't know much of Xi. And if it's Zithni, maybe Zithni's just riding the wave of the celebrants, being able to extort as much money as they want. But perhaps they were there for another reason entirely as well. As for you, Mr. Kolo, you who are more tapped into boring things, you kind of take some time and think. Xi is a mysterious figure, perhaps not even a bloodlord that you've even heard of before. The fact that it made its way all the way out here, it does. Phaedrith brings up a very good point. You feel as though he was here for something. But what? But as you take some time to think, perhaps Xi is so ancient that it is tied, like most of the ancient bloodlords, to the tax collectors union. And if it is, what could the tax collectors want in Graydirge at this time? Well, of course. There is one thing the tax collectors always want. Money. That pushes you down another rabbit hole. When was the last time the tax collectors had interest in Graydirge? Well, that was quite a few years back. Decades, even. When Graydirge Bank shut down abruptly. Its titles have never been claimed. Its entire vault scoured. But no one's made use of the bank in such time. Perhaps there's some sort of disagreement about the bank. Or perhaps it's something different. Something you don't know about.
land, man. All of Geb is owned by Geb.
Mm-hmm.
The Blood Lords, did they historically buy the land from Geb?
They are more granted vast swaths of power and money and wealth from their faction. And Geb.
Okay, so he... Trying to think why the bank went out. If that was like something with Bernardine came in power and just took the land so they didn't need to do it the taxes, or
It sounds like the Bone Shard stole it.
Maybe they dug too deep, too greedily.
the bone shards, were they like a people or were they like an item?
They're a gang.
They're gang.
Local ruffians.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Is it Thonkin time between the two of you, or do you continue this conversation?
I've voiced my, I guess, speculations to Faye about Mr. Icy.
Mr. Ice.
And either he came out either because he's either trying to get Bernardine to ally with him to do something, now that Geb is awake and plotting, or it could be tied up with this bank business and the missing titles that have never been paid out. Not sure if that means he's here just to have his cronies try to steal it from Bernardine. Well, with the bank, crap. I'm trying to think, would that fall under Bernardine's jurisdiction or
Tax
not?
Collectors Union. Or the Builders League, usually.
Oh, so it's to a faction and not even touches the Blood Lords.
Unless there was a Bloodlord overseeing
well,
it.
the Bloodlord was supposed to oversee it, yeah. They're like, oh, heard you lost all that money.
Especially with that little tidbit that I heard about some stuff potentially still being left to go.
But for you, Phaedrith, one thing you know for certain that I will say, with your recall knowledge, for Xai to be here, there is one thing that Xai does very, very well.
Oh no.
Scare the shit out of the local government.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a wraith. So that means whoever he kills can essentially serve him as he raises them.
Is that how that works?
Yeah. I think wraiths can create other wraiths. I think that's how that works.
Oh no.
They're kind of like zombies, except shadows, I guess.
Gotcha.
You're welcome to roll me a recall knowledge on wraiths, if you'd like to know how wraithdom spreads.
Yeah, might as well.
Wraith.
Double check my notes here. I'm gonna get my notebook out.
I don't usually allow a lot of like rolls outside of like being in combat with one and all that, so like, take this with a grain of salt. Yes, you would know, both of you, that wraiths, one, it's hard to know much about them because they're so rare. They do not come into the public eye very often, more importantly because they do not go into the light often. Sunlight actually will strip their power of them. But what you do know is a living humanoid slain by a wraith hand rises as a wraith spawn, and it comes under the command of the wraith that killed them. If the creator of the wraith spawn dies, that wraith spawn, however, becomes a fully fledged autonomous wraith, regains its free will, and can create other wraiths. You could see how this pyramid scheme society of wraiths can be very, very, very precarious to be in. If the only way to gain autonomy is for your superior to die, and you do not have any autonomy until they do.
Pretty much the same as. Sounds like vampires. Murder everyone.
Listen, man. uh, yeah.
This is why it's better to be alive.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I should have thought of that before I die.
Well, you're not a rave, so you don't have to worry about killing your master.
Not yet. There's still time.
Well, you're not alive, so I don't think you can become one now.
Really? I'm actually curious. I wonder if Phaedrus got killed by a wraith if they do, even though they're not technically.
It's not technically dead.
That's true.
Half and
A
half.
little bit somewhere in between. Yeah, wow.
All right.
Somewhere in between. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like for Exai to even be there when he was there is a testament to how much we should probably just stay out of his way for now.
Yes. When Borodon comes over, it's probably best not to bring this up.
Oh, absolutely not. Nope. And they they do like a motion of stitching their mouths shut.
All right. With that in mind, and in perfect timing, unless there's any talks, I mean, Grimnir, you're just zonking out over there. Zon kachooing. You are able to
Honk shooing.
honk shooing, yes. Halish, you are tending to the gardens, and after the course of, no pun intended, 3 hours as nightfall arrives, it is you who sees it first. A mass of lights coming down your very long road in the plains of the Shattered Foothills. And you would see a zombie steed drawn of 3 horses on a carriage laden with celebratory victuals of a black carriage heading towards your manor.
Halish will stop his work, dust off his hands, and then stride towards the carriage.
Okay, sounds good. As you do, there is like a delay, and you hear the of the zombie horses that come to a stop as they like try to jump at their bits to get at you, Halish. But you hear a pum pum on the side of the carriage, and they just go still. The door opens, and you see zombie hands unfurl and holding onto wooden boards to be someone's steps. And the smell and rot that comes out from it, you can only know it's filled with undead from within. Do you give any particular bow for whenever the interior exits?
Yes.
Okay. What's that?
He takes his scythe and like puts it to the side, and then he has his left hand out also, and then he does like a forward lean.
Perfect. There is a... Oh! Halish! As you see Bloodline Berline Haldoli step down and towards you. Please, please. Oh, put your head up. I won't want you smelling the ground and all this delicious smells in the air. I can taste it.
Welcome to Kalag Manor.
Oh, but thank you. You've done wonderful with it. And look at you gardening already. You shouldn't be making vegetables.
Yep.
You know,
I think that they will be quite tasty.
I know some people who'd make very good fertilizers.
Oh, send them our way if you're not using them.
Oh, speaking of which, as she claps, you would hear a creak, and Major Domo Mierk would make their way down with their cane. Wearing the same garb you saw them in today. It seems that they got one good dress, and they like to keep it there. Anyway, you see him kind of like brush off the sides of his pockets and coattails as he steps down and he begins to remark, "What a wonderful manor. I haven't seen it myself." "Well, yeah, it looks pretty good. If you don't mind me taking in the sight for a bit."
Oh my god.
As a familiar
God.
zombie makes their way downwards.
They didn't
He's
sew his mouth
here.
back shut.
And you hear a clack, clack, clack as a hand reaches out and closes the door and then steps down.
Reachy.
As Ricci, the
Yay,
skeleton.
Reachy.
One thing
He's
really
real.
well.
He is real.
And all together, you see the 4 individuals that have come by and a bunch of zombie servants inside take their time before they all begin to make their way, hoping for you to open the door. Alish, do you?
Chasm, I assume at some point
yes.
you would realize that the door doesn't open. You just hear a soft snore. Yeah, from the other side.
Boom, 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 boom.
Kaz rattles the door. He can't get out.
Guests have arrived.
Just give you.
That-
Oh,
That Grimnir hears someone shout that someone's arrived.
yeah, yeah.
It sounds like you need to get up from your cell, whatever you're dreaming about.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, but it all smells probably delicious. So
Oh,
I
yes,
get
it
up, I
does.
realize what happened. A shuffle of hooves, and then I assume the dog goes nuts, and then yeah,
Oh,
I'll,
yeah.
I'll get up and open the door. Sorry, I fell asleep.
No, that's okay.
I think Berline is here. I can
Berline is
see him
here.
approaching. They're-
Oh, it
they are within 30 feet.
Oh god.
Man, I'd kill someone if the food wasn't ready.
Argon, help!
Hello.
Argon's at the
Berline,
table
hello.
already.
Yeah, you can see Argon has set out dishes and plates and begun to put down little napkins. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom.
Awesome.
I go over and I give her a bow.
Oh! And you see she kind of moves ahead and she taps you on the head with the pig skull staff.
Ow.
I'm a guest in your manor this time.
Oh, I guess that is true.
But good job bowing.
Thank you. It took a lot out of me.
She stares at you, says she's a guest, and does not bow to you.
All right, Berline, thank you for coming. It is wonderful to see you again. I trust you had a good festival.
Oh, I did. Got to see some bloodlords. That doesn't happen very often whenever I'm here. But, I took to them, talked with them, asked them about you very briefly, but they didn't seem to have any opinions on you that were good. And we quickly afterwards, I sent them away outside of Graydirge, and whenever they went back on their way on the road, I all got ready and came here immediately. So I am famished. I haven't eaten a whole body in 2 hours.
Wonderful. Well, I'm
You
glad
can
you
eat a
have the
lot.
most important bloodlord with us tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Don't stop.
I hear flip.
And she began looking around and said,
What a wonderful place. Ooh. Oh, the reds, the blacks.
"Oh, and you have a little hand." And she begins to walk over.
The
Yes,
finger
I
bone pool.
believe
Oh,
that is Argun.
Can you believe I never came here?
I mean, it's kind of your way.
It is, and I've got so many of these kind of estates just hanging out around side Graydirge. Happy one of them is getting good use.
Well, we are more than happy to entertain you tonight. Please have a seat, mingle with my
Oh,
friends.
thank you.
Sits at the front of the table. This isn't your house. This isn't your house.
She knows what she's about.
As she scoots up and sits down at the head of the table. And you would see Grimnir, Major Domo, look up at you and say, "Good day."
I nod to them as they come in. Yes.
Shifgir looks up towards you and says, "Oh, thank you for having me. Do you mind if I come in?"
Though.
Oh,
Wait.
huh?
How is the farm?
Oh, it's doing fine. We haven't had anyone come by in a while. I mean, I'm just waiting, tending to the zombie barns.
No one showed up to help me.
But, by all means, it's all getting fixed by me, one stone at a time. These hands are slow, but they're old and reliable. Same shit, different day, like I always say.
Oh, true, bestie.
And Ricci doesn't wait. It seems as though they're an attendant more than anything. But instead, Ricci kind of like stops, and Bloodlord Berline kind of goes, and you'd see Ricci turn towards the kitchen. And you see Ricci just kind of like standing outside of it, and they extend their arms, which, yes, they are two arms on top of each other as they hold them out, as though if you want them to carry anything or reach for anything.
I give them plates.
You should have the cauldron. Bring something to Berline.
Oh yeah.
And they will take it
Like
and walk over.
Yeah, she'd like that.
And then I ride my cauldron.
Oh,
I can walk around and walk around. So I can ride around and serve.
Nice.
Serve.
You just like both feet on like the lip, like standing above it.
Yep. Use it to get good height.
Oh my goodness! Internet show, cackle!
yeah! You have a hero point for that.
Damn.
As Haldoli lets out a big smile and just, oh, come on! Wow, thank you! Oh my goodness!
Yeah, no problem.
And you see Ricci start putting down, and from here they can reach the end of the table, so they just start putting down plates. They put down plates for people full of food. Argon the Annihilator is getting people putting down napkins in each of their laps as they hop around. And this is a very weird sitting arrangement.
For tonight's meal, I have a
Oh,
delicacy inspired by the far-off lands of Tienzia.
and then I said, is dinner being served? My apologies.
Are you-
So, I'm trying to have a whole...
Yeah, I
So
just sit
that
there and talk.
whole-
I just listen to him. Yeah, doesn't bother me.
Sit
I'm very
down.
scared of the teleporter. Is what it is. So I'm just gonna quickly run over everyone's tokens.
Yeah,
I'm very scared to go around and accidentally hit the teleporter.
You just stand at the end of the table or like sit in like the biggest chair that you
Yeah.
guys have.
Yeah.
Okay.
To make a bigger chair.
Mm-hmm. And Sif Gixon, do you mind if I have any particular spot there?
You can sit wherever, man.
Oh, not next to me, because that's where Hasty is sitting.
Oh, that's right.
How about you go sit next to our Lady Berline?
Why, sure, I don't mind that. That would be much appreciated that you left such a seat for me.
Yep, just go.
You like shove him down into the chair.
He's slow. He's literally slow. So he like
I know.
he makes his way across and then scoots down to he looks at Chief Phaedra. Right as you're gonna talk, Casimir, to continue, you hear, now, do you mind if I sit next to you, Phaedra?
Why did he say it like that? Oh. No, I don't mind at all. You're more than welcome.
That is his manner of speaking.
Why, thank you. And he will.
Infectious.
Has he gotten slower since the last time we met him? Do we need to tighten his drawback up again? Delish, cast harm immediately.
It's the southern draw.
Okay, as I was saying, a delicacy inspired from Tienzia. We have rice with tempura, different kinds of tempura for those who have different palates and different tastes. And I have Ricci kind of show off all the stuff.
They hold it all the way out to the table from this distance and like go left and right before it de-extends. By the way, when Ricci isn't reaching, like the arm goes back 5 feet by the elbows and will stab anyone behind them. It's dangerous. But
Oh, Ricci.
they hold on to it.
First, we have the Shenmen roll. Very popular in the nation? I don't even know. In the Shenmen province. These are usually eaten with
Oh,
chopsticks.
sorry.
However, I heard it is a practice of theirs. They do not like to sticks sticking out of things, so obviously they do not use these, so I have forks for everyone.
That seems a bit counterintuitive. Why don't we stick 2 chopsticks into the top just to make fun of them? I
I
love
think
those.
that's a wonderful
horrible-
idea, Berline. Wonderful.
Such silly cultures.
Yes, silly cultures. Go for it. And Casimir just serves the sushi.
Perfect. All right, you start like handing them out. Perfect.
Yeah.
That'll be everyone's first meal. Is this you guys' dedicated spots? This is a very strange sitting arrangement.
I don't know.
We're just sitting.
You leave the 2 spots here and there.
He probably smells.
Major Domo actually smells more like kitty litter that has like scent to it. Like it's a used kitty litter with scent, if that makes sense. Scented litter.
Oh, my
sounds like a
kitty litter that I
smell.
have is
It's-
pretty nice.
it's like-
Oh,
It's like
okay.
roses, but piston roses.
Oh.
'Cause he's, like,
Miranda.
rot.
Ooh. Okay.
We never
Yeah,
said it
but-
was good or bad, just that he had a smell.
That's better than Sifget, who smells actually like a farm shit and a dead body.
See, they sit next to Berline. That way, if she gets angry, one of them die first.
True.
All right. As each of you are dished out sushi, do you want to go through the whole meal and we can role play afterwards, or are you cool with doing it kind of as it goes?
Do it as it goes. It's
As it goes, perfect. So, as you guys get the first bits of your food and the sushi from Shenmin and Tianzia are dished out, the vaguely soft rice that sticks together is delicious, and the fish that comes in it is either raw. I guess it would be just raw across the board for you, or do you smoke it?
It's raw.
Raw? Perfect. All right.
Mm.
Raw meat goes across. And you see Major Domo Murk takes his time. Seems as though for a ghoul's tongue, the fish has been dead for a bit too long. Otherwise, you can roll me a cook's tools to see how good this goes, if you have cooking lore.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was right.
Yeah, cooking lore.
I think I do have cooking lore.
Yep.
I do have cooking lore. Okay, I got a hero point for this. Don't I have a plus? Would I have a plus what for the inspiration?
You spent 5 gold, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, how much did you spend on it?
I spent 2 gold.
2 gold? You have a plus 1.
Plus 1.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I also got something from answering the question. What was it?
A hero point?
D4.
Oh, D4.
D4.
Okay,
D4,
okay.
that was it. Okay, that
I'll
question.
add
Sorry.
I'll add a
Sorry.
D4 to this as well if it's awful.
Pretty good.
23, huh? I'll add a D4 to that.
Should be a
Oof.
25.
Yeah. Make it good.
Oh,
24.
24. Okay.
oh.
24 is good, and I'm going to get into exactly how each of you like your dishes, as you each have little sauces and various extremities to add to your Shenmin sushi, but we'll get to that when we come back from 15-minute break, so everybody can eat while we're talking about eating.
I'm very hungry.
All right.
Yum, yum.
I'll see you guys in 15 before we have this feast.
Yeah.
And we return. In perfect timing for us to continue our devilishly delightful, delicious dinner. Now, what you have before you is the sushi with the chopsticks putting straight up, 2 sticks on each. You can see that there is a plethora of utensils, sauces, spices, dips, and everything else Casimir has prepared for you all. Ricci, at any given point, can be asked to reach over, and they reach over people to get at any sauces, drinks, pours, which I think you guys just have water available. Or did you spend some of that gold to get, like, some drinks, some juice?
Yeah, I'll get some nice wine. Stuff
Okay.
like that.
Perfect. As they're poured out, you see the Major Domo, like, just sits there. And, like, only will reach in and just pluck the fish out and chew on it like it takes a while for him to chew and then swallow. Sivgek
I have,
also just kind of takes out the fish and eats it. But
I
beyond
have
that,
fingers. I have some fingers in there for them.
yeah.
Human fingers, so if they want to have that, they can.
How old are the fingers? Like, how
What do you
old
mean,
have
how
they been
old?
since they're dead?
Yeah.
How long?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. They. No, they're probably pretty dead. Because they're cheap.
I thought they were freshly cut off whenever we just got back from the market.
No,
Oh, no,
I
those are
didn't
my
get
Only a
pet
few
stash.
hours
No,
chopped.
no. Those are delicious. I probably picked up the cheap stuff, unfortunately.
God damn it.
And even the meat that was asked for from people were like frozen.
Yeah. It's not a great. It's not a great options over in Graydirge, but Casimir does his best with presentation and spices.
Yeah. You notice the major domo out of them with this high roll of 24 enjoys the food, enjoys the meat, but you can just kind of tell as they're eating it, probably more than anyone, like people that are aware of ghouls, can tell that it is tough for them to get through.
I'm not trying to impress them, so.
Sifgyk just goes at that meat. Like, as soon as he gets the opportunity, he just chews it away, bones and all, cracks into his mouth, and swallows. Gnaws on it for a while.
Much opportunity on this on the farm. No, sir.
They don't crack like this on the farm. As he bites a finger bone down. And it's terrifying because he bites so hard that it pierces through bone. You know, as a zombie can do that. Very good. And Berline just eats it normally and seems to genuinely enjoy the food. She's like, as she claps her hands together, finishing up the sushi, "Wow, I didn't think I'd ever get more TNZ in food. So little people actually know about it. Who told you about TNZ, Casimir?"
Oh, I have a recipe book from my father. It has lots of different cultures and ideas and
Really?
recipes from different
You
parts of
never
Valerian.
told me that.
It is just,
Would you give it
it's
to
just
me?
a book. No, no, I would not. It is incredibly important to me.
Noted.
It is called Caleb's Cookbook.
Kind of like cocks the head. What's next, Kaz?
He freezes. Yes. Shit, I freeze. Kaz would have made something. Dude, what? Some tea. Some tea.
Salad.
Mochi.
Oh, mochi.
Gotta get some
sure.
dessert in here.
Let's go with Casimir made some mochi.
Okay. You make some mochi, and as you bring it out, I assume you only serve it to Berline, or do you serve it to the Major Domo and Sifgyk too?
Yes, if they can. I served Berline first, but yes.
Yeah, of course. The Major Domo and Sifgyk just kind of like stare at it and smell it. They, after like you guys all get yours and begin to eat some of the mochi, they seem confused or unable to like understand. And Berline kind of pops it up, sees the frozen bits, and just pops it in her mouth and enjoys it, taking it bite by bite. It doesn't seem like the first time that she's had mochi. And she looks between the Major Domo and Sifgyk and says, "Oh, looks like dessert wasn't made for you two. I'll have it though." And she will reach over and take both their plates.
You can make meat mochi. It does exist.
I would have made some meat mochi.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a meatball.
Just a meatball.
Sifgyk would gnaw on that like a jawbreaker. Popping around his mouth.
Instead of the rice covering, it's like human skin. What?
Yeah,
Yep.
gum up the jaw a little bit.
No, I said that's very good.
Oh, not this shit again.
The Major Domo picks at it and seems to do the same thing, gets only the meat out, doesn't really, like, tries to chew on it, but it takes him a while, but he partakes. You have fine cooking skills, Casimir.
Thank you.
You are a well-placed seasoning. I almost wish I could taste it. Such are the banes of being a ghoul.
Tragic.
Kind of takes a little bit of the food and puts it in the mouth. By the way, as she kind of like takes a swallow, how are we on privacy? Do you mind the Major Domo or Sifkek hearing about anything I talked to you about tonight?
Should be fine, I imagine.
I
Right?
don't see a problem unless anyone has one.
Perfect.
They are your thralls, are they not?
Oh, they are. Who's got the heal scroll?
Phaedrith immediately chokes on their motion. Listen, Kaz, I love you. I'm not lying to a bloodlord.
No, that's fine.
I'm not passing that deception check.
I do, Berline.
I'm curious, Mr. Kolo, Grimnir, Halish, how do you react to this? And you watch Major Domo also choke, like for a second. Sifkek, delayed reaction.
Halish is now working on Hasty's portion of food.
Okay, sounds good. Mr. Kolo, you stay calm.
He kind of reaches for a pipe before putting it back down.
Wow. You know those are illegal, right?
We were doing some investigation.
Now, how do you think I found out?
You know the person who sold it to me?
She like squints at you. Is that what you think? That all halflings know each other?
Oh my god.
So you do.
She will sit there for a second, smile. Yes. Of course. You think I would let a market like that exist in Graydirge if it wasn't under my direct consultation? Knowledge? She leans forward. I'm a quick too, you know. I'm aware of what's happening in the city. If you let an underground market that you're uncontrolling exist in your city, well, you're just asking for uproars. But if you control the flow, well, you know where it all goes, don't you?
Yes,
But otherwise, and you see she rattles the pig skull, and you watch its eyes glow, and you see a wave of magic wash over the entire table as she casts Detect Magic.
Oh.
And as the pig skull lets out a rattle, she like looks at you, Casimir.
Okay,
Yes.
I also have potions, whatever.
Oh, more vitality magic. I mean, I knew of the potions, but yes, it's easily seeable.
What? Are you going to arrest me now?
No. But if I know that you haven't, you'll be okay as long as you stay in my good graces. And the reanimators, I'll have you know that being on our good side has been fortuitous for you. Sifkik over here is very happy, and I'll overlook this transgression. But if I could easily wave this little stick, you better have some actual way of hiding that scroll and potions in the future.
Do you have any suggestions?
Null space chambers like bags of holding.
You have one of those.
Not for you.
Please?
And the cauldron hold it.
What I saw there, they were rather expensive. I don't know if we could afford one at the moment.
It would be most fortuitous if someone came around and offered us a job.
Wow.
Potentially someone that we owed a favor for not ratting us out to the higher authorities.
She is the higher authority.
Oh
She's
my
the highest.
Gab.
Yes, I am the highest authority. And yes, it pays to have my position. The only problem that I ever have arise is someone tries to kill me every once in a while, but honestly, that's not such a big biggie. Usually they become more workers for me. And the reanimators. No, I want to say that if you're wanting to use such magic, stay on my good side, stay on the reanimator's good side, and don't get caught.
Yes, Berline.
Very well. And as she kind of like looks forward, since you're not technically employed by me anymore, no matter how much you imply you wish to be, and I hope to give you a job soon, if you were a modicum of my responsibility, and you had that on your person, or used it in public, well, that would go back to me. Doesn't make me look good.
Well, it is a good thing we are not employed by you.
She leans back a little bit. Keep them here. Don't bring them into Graydirge. Or if you do, don't poke your head around any guards.
As you say.
Now then, was that everything you had to serve me, Casimir?
Yes, my lady.
Excellent. This is a wonderful dinner. How did you all like the celebration? You decidedly wanted to speak to Bloodlord Xi and Bloodlord Zithny without me. And I must admit they were very confused without my introduction. In fact, they somewhat hate you, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, that
I
was
feel like-
their smartest move.
I feel like they would have hated us regardless.
I feel like she was there the whole time. No?
No, you guys
No.
specifically asked not to be with Bloodlord Berline.
Oh, did we? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
If I have anything to say about it, I'd say if the opportunity arises, would you be upset if Seven Stomachs found themselves in someone else's stomach?
Oh, that's heresy. Traitorous talk. And hilarious. Ironic, really. Considering Mr. Seven Stomachs is said and appointed to by Bloodlords, and I've done a very good job at making him feel as though I'm on the acting council of Bloodlords that chooses his position, I would be upset. Because he bends to my every whim and need.
I will wait for him to do something traitorous before acting then.
Now, whether or not I am on that council, or if the rumors are true that it is just Chancellor Kemnebi that chooses, that's entirely up to suspicion, but one that I heavily lean into. And you see she like leans forward and winks heavily at each of you. Now then, unless there's any further ado, you all look quite the same as you usually do, so I recommend next time you get some actual dining clothes.
Like I said, my lady, it would be beneficial if someone gave us a job. So we could afford things. Like clothes. And food.
Wouldn't that be the day? And she kind of like pops onto the side.
I did have a question.
Hmm?
Are you familiar with the bone shards?
Oh, little ruffians. Of course, everyone in Graydirge of Hierarchy knows them. They've done little odd jobs for everyone, made enemies of each of them too.
Are they quick? Are they undead?
Rumor has it they're all fetchlings. That's why they're so hard to catch.
Have they been causing a problem for you?
They did once, but they also did a job for me.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
They exist in this pathetic state. They're useful to some, but just not useful enough to actually put effort into getting rid of them. Does that make sense?
No, I understand.
Well, thank you for the dinner, each of you, and I cannot wait to have another. And she will step forward. Do you want me to give you remodeling ideas for the kitchen?
I would love to hear all your ideas, bro.
Come. And she will actively tell you how to remodel your kitchen, no matter what your opinion is on it, and what to fill your pantry with. And every time you say if you only had money, she like glazes over it as though it's nothing.
Yeah, I have money.
Major Domo and Sifkek all just kind of continue eating both their food, and they almost look like they're trying to pretend like they didn't hear that you guys have vitality stuff on you. Good drink.
They really don't want to address the elephant in the room, huh? I ain't hear nothing.
Major Domo. Oh, what?
So how did you die? In battle?
Oh, me?
I trust both of them.
Sifgek, like, Major Domo, like, let Sifgek go first, seemingly knowing that he will get interrupted if he goes first.
Okay, yeah.
Just by nature of slowness.
And come to serve the lady.
Sifgek says, well, I was, a hand on the estate tending to some of the apprentices. Never learned how to use real reanimation magic. But it seems as though she's taken a liking to me based on what you said. So, when I died, getting kicked in the head by a horse, I got brought back, and whammo, I was given full autonomy. Now I manage the farm, and it seems as though that's where I will stay. And potentially begin to learn to use reanimation magic myself if things continue on a good trajectory.
Start your own farm.
Wouldn't that be the day? I'd be happy to manage old ear gags for eternity, though. That's a big farm. Now that old Berline's cousin also was spared to death by old Mosguda. Well, my dream would be to raise a calf from life to death to undeath, a boss cow of my own. If you come across a potent cow out there in the wilds, you bring her back to me.
Side quest unlocked.
Let's go. What would you name your new boss cow?
Gouda Moss.
Okay. I don't know what I expected.
That or Riffgeek.
Okay.
Major Domo kind of looks ahead. I was struck by ghoul fever.
Bad way to go.
How'd they head in for you?
It's, it was curious. It's a strange understanding to know that every ghoul has been brought back through a disease. A curse, if you will. Some of us are better at controlling our desires. Some of us are more uncivilized. For those of you that have sense motive or diplomacy, he did not answer your question.
What do you mean? That's fine. That's how he died. But his hair is amazing.
Are you oh, I guess I'm giving Berline the
You
choice,
are,
sorry.
you are, yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. Any other questions for the Major Domo? Or do you let him keep his secrets?
Yeah, don't pry out of this. No.
Okay. I do apologize for my pickiness. By the way, I am not used to vegetables these days. Or non-organics.
I have some fresh hands if either of you would want some.
I smelt them the moment I was in. Not
Mhm.
fresh enough for my taste, unfortunately.
I can understand.
Well. And you'll see the Major Domo begin to, like, stand up, brush off the napkin, and Argon will, like, move up and, as the Annihilator, like, pats the side of his cloak just to make sure it's okay. And Sifkek almost takes the opportunity to begin to do the same. You make wonderful hosts, and I am happy to have partaken in the first feast that you provided here.
We were happy to have y'all. Come back anytime.
I was instructed to bring someone, however, for you all. More in particular, they are waiting in the carriage.
Hmm?
If you would accompany me, Phaedra.
Sure thing.
You follow them out?
I do. I'm gonna leave Garrus, who is currently chewing on Ricci's
Yeah,
elbows.
yeah. It's a delicious dog on a bone. And the Major Domo will bring you out to the carriage, and he will knock once, twice, thrice with a cane, and you see the little zombie hands unfurl, and inside you'll see a familiar servant.
Was it the girl?
As she is tied up in her hands, and she looks over at you.
Oh, yippee! I do get dinner after all.
Major Domo, like, holds out the cane for you.
You guys think of everything. Thank you so much.
All right.
I feel so seen.
And do you go into the carriage and have dinner?
Absolutely.
Perfect. And with that, before long, you are out. And as you are, whether you are satiated fully, Major Domo will reach his hand up to take his cane back, no matter what state it's in.
Yeah, it is completely just like red at this point.
Yeah. And he will take it and head back inside, staying in the foyer, as though he's ready to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And before long, Sifkek has also stood up. I see that you have procured a, what's it called? Smoking implement. Mr. Colo.
Well, yes.
Would you be willing to share of such implement with me?
Oh, let's retire to the fireplace.
Oh, excellent. And Sifkek over there will follow you. And as you guys sit down, do you let him sit in the chair?
It's not my chair, so.
All right. As you sit down, and it leaves you, Halish, and Grimnir at the table, while Berline gives tips for Casimir on how to improve the kitchen. Grimnir, Halish, are you guys just going to sit there with Ricci and Argon, the Annihilator?
So Grimnir, what do you do besides be a big cow thing?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm a cleric of Earthoa, and I'm getting into gardening.
I only recently acquired some modicum of freedom. I do not know what I do.
You should find yourself a hobby.
You've been instructed to protect your lives.
I mean, sure, but like a hobby can,
And through
you know,
this,
keep your mind free.
I
Grimnir, you should get
no
into yoga.
skills.
Is that where you leave it,
Maybe
Grimnir?
you're
Okay.
right. Yeah.
You think
I'll
on a hobby.
Yeah.
Sifkek looks over at you, Mr. Kolo, as you take the first hit of Pesh, which I believe has its own rules for partaking.
Yes. You have to make a saving throw unless he chooses to fail it.
I
To
assume
get the
you choose
effect.
to fail it.
I've been debating that this whole night.
It's 6 hours.
The problem is the addiction afterwards.
I thought you. I feel like that's the backstory. You're already addicted to it. That's why you sought it out. Wild addiction, like you don't like be addicted to game terms, but
Maybe I will be formed.
maybe you're full. It's only DC 12. Seems pretty good.
Sure, well,
Oh, but if you make it, you don't get the.
the problem is having a spellcaster that's constantly
Stupefied? Oh man. Surf bud. That gives you 10 HP.
Yeah, if you feel it hard enough.
So this is literally just this is like literally just tobacco. Like
It gives hallucinations, aggression, and exhaustion.
aggression and exhaustion.
Yeah, a little more than tobacco.
Yeah.
A nation was almost founded on Pesh alone, so.
I see.
Believe it or not, it is also called Kata Pesh. No matter what you do as you begin to inhale it, Sifkek looks over and says, "Now, would you mind doing the inhaling for me? And then put it in my mouth?"
Give me a
You could
Possibly.
always chew on it.
Why, I suppose, if you don't mind losing some.
Oh, that's perfectly fine, and I'll tilt out some of the
just blow it in
grains.
his face. Like it's
Well, all right. And he'll hold out his hand.
Some are dribbled upon his open palm.
Okay. He'll like bring it up and just like unhinge his jaw. And you ever seen like an old person like put like the palm open, like slap it into their mouth like a pill? It just does. And there's no chewing. Not really, as it kind of just opens the mouth up and down. And I mean, you knew this, Mr. Colo. This will have no effect on him.
I don't know. I thought maybe it might would.
No. Kind of just sits there. What's it taste like?
Very earthy taste. Like an overripe potato.
I think I remember what that tastes like. And then you see the zombie slump. You can't tell if they're like just trying to remember things, but they just kind of sit there for a bit as the both of you sit. You, high, him, dead. And for a while, you guys just hang out have some pesh before Sifkek gets up. Suppose it's time for me to get going. Thank you for letting me partake. I won't forget it. Do you just sit there?
Yeah, just kind of nod as he leaves.
His mouth is opening up too wide when he talks.
Yep.
You see all of his teeth.
You have a good night, all of you. You have a very nice place.
Aw, thanks.
And Berline will, at this exact time, also be making their way out. And of course, you remember what to hang up? It's not your kitchen until you hang it up.
Casimir.
I think Casimir's gone. That's okay.
No, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Ah,
I was
yeah.
talking to myself. You're talking about the kitchen witch.
I am.
I don't have one.
Better hurry up on it.
Oh no, if only I had money to buy one.
If only you had a manor that somebody gave you.
You ruined my life.
I don't think she heard that, Cass. Whatever you were saying there.
Yeah.
Oh, Richie, stop playing with the dog. And you just hear it rattle. rattle.
Yeah.
Do you let him
Garrus
go?
just like shaking, reaching.
Rattle.
Yeah, Garrus will let him go.
All right. And Richie will wander back, lumbering towards the opening.
Covered in slobber.
Yep, they're glistening. Good night, all. Take care, and remember exactly everything that I said.
I took notes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sorry
Goodbye.
about the state of the carriage.
Oh no, it's an accessory.
Squelch.
You squelch. As they all get into the open
The
carriage.
Yeah, the carriage, the little blood drips out the bottom as they head off.
I'm gonna have to wash those cobblestones later. God damn it.
Mr. Colo, are you okay?
Oh, I think he's more than okay.
Yes, I'm doing quite well. Good job with dinner.
Thank you. Are you feeling well?
Yes, why wouldn't I be? We lived another night.
I suppose that is true. And you're still here, it seems.
Though I guess we'll have to see in the morning if Haywish makes it.
Well, if he dies, we can bring him to market. That was a joke. You should laugh.
Ah,
Thank
it's a
you.
long way to drag a body.
Halish, as you came in from being outside, right?
Mhm.
You make your way through the foyer, and then you hear as something hits your door.
Mm.
As you do, you see something woof, fly past you and poof, hit the wall here.
What the
Do you-
hell?
Do you like lean down?
Yeah.
You see a very, 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 very wounded bird that seems to have forced its way into the door. And then you see tailing behind it a familiar carrion vulture that makes its way through and chases down the bird and pins it into the corner inside of your place. As it does, you see the little bird, which almost looks like a beautiful little dove covered in blood, has a little letter in their beak that they're like holding up, and their face is like battered. And the zombie vulture pins them down and rips their neck out. Circle of life.
Oh,
Haldolish reaches for the note and to pet the bird. Or
Okay.
the vulture.
You see the vulture has a little collar, and it has engraved, which literally is like a. It looks like someone's thumb and index that's like wrapped around it to make a collar and connected without their fingertips. And engraved in it, you can say it says "For Halish."
You see. Fantastic. Everyone, UC is here.
Ooh, huh? Who the fuck is you?
The zombie carrion bird.
Oh, yeah, your vulture. Okay.
Oh, do we need to feed it?
No, I'll take care of it.
I think it just fed itself.
It
Oh.
recently fed as well.
Phaedrith, as you look over, you see a black sealed envelope that is being carried by the white dove, and you recognize the white dove is a cruel joke of the empty threshold.
Ah. Yep. I know that bird.
You
I'm kind
take
of like chuckled to himself. What?
Do you take it from the zombie carrion's bird, dead bird collection or messenger?
Did Halish take it already? It's not my bird. I don't want to just yoink it.
There's two birds.
I know, but
Yeah.
I assume the vulture's eating the dead one.
Yes.
Yeah. I would ask Halish for permission. The chicken
yeah.
permission.
Yeah, here, let me help you. And he reaches for the note from the bird inside the bird.
You're
Okay.
gonna get so pecked.
You see ink in the symbol of chains going around the whole thing to mark it being unopened or opened.
I think this is for you.
Oh boy, it sure is. Thank you.
All right. Do you pop it open?
I would, yes.
All right. I will display. Do you want me to send you it in private, or would you like me to?
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice? Sounds good. I'll let you decide since you seem grabbing it, but here you go.
Let me see. Oh, I gotta read this. Hold on, sorry. Feel free to yap, I read slow.
No worries. You hear. And it finishes off the bird and swallows it.
Oh, okay. Phaedra will kind of like grin lopsidedly as they finish reading the note. We just got ourselves a dinner invite. My old family. Let's go. Hey fellas.
Your old family?
We're actually gonna have to get dining outfits now.
But we are poor, Phaedra. We don't have any money for that.
It's a joke. It doesn't matter what you wear, it's gonna get ruined. Anyway, we got a dinner invite.
Okay. Where, when, who, what company?
He didn't actually say when, I don't think.
The dead seem awfully obsessed with eating when they
Hey.
get nothing from it.
I'm only half dead, and first of all, I can taste flavors, so it's for the pleasure of eating, okay? Come on.
Hmm.
And Phaedrus will kind of like turn the letter this way and that, because there's definitely not like a time or date. It's just like, am I supposed to go right now?
You get the feeling that is tomorrow night.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or when, yeah, it is whenever you so please, but you imagine it is the next day.
Okay, got it.
And who are we eating? Are we the dinner? Like, what?
No.
You have to be careful.
That would be silly. That would be funny. I would laugh, but no, you guys are not the dinner. We are going to have a dinner with my fellow Cthulhites.
Oh.
We're all invited.
And you can't say no.
Oh. How lovely.
But hey, at least you don't have to cook this time, so there's that.
He twitches.
We won't force you to get in the cauldron.
True. Or cackle.
Or cackle.
I'm sure dinner with Cthulhunites is great and totally normal.
Oh, it's so fun. You're gonna have a blast. Don't wear anything you're gonna miss, I guess. That's the best thing I can say. But yeah, empty threshold tomorrow, yes. And they kind of like look around at everybody. Kind of like raise an eyebrow when they get to Koloski and they're like, you good over there? Dr. Kolo?
Another dinner. My goodness.
Alright.
I think this is us doing politics.
I mean, if anything, we do need to go back for the whip. And I might be able to find a job if that doesn't turn out to be anything besides dinner. Maybe I'll work before the dinner, right?
That is a good idea. Maybe we can get the day's work in and see what we can make.
It's dangerous.
I
A
would
dinner invitation. Yes.
I would highly recommend to be in good shape before we get to
Good
night.
shape I haven't read in years.
Not that good. Okay. Phaedrus will offer to pass the letter around if anyone wants to read it. It's not a secret in their eyes.
Yeah, Kaz would want to read it.
You should be able to post it right, like copy paste it into the chat if you want to.
Let's see. There we go.
Oh,
I don't know why that's so
Grimnir
crunchy on my
leans.
end.
Grimnir leans directly over Casimir's head. So look at it. What does it say?
I read it out loud for the group.
It was just Stitch Skull. Sorry, I went at the very end.
Kowalski looks over and sees a weird hallucination of a combination of Kaz and Grimnir, since there's two-headed mutant cow thing.
Damn near.
Stitch Skull,
Casimir. Wait, I'm Casnir. Oh.
Casimir.
Grim. Wait, Grim.
bad ending.
Oh.
Grisomir? I don't know.
Okay. Hello, friends of Bloodlord Oh, so we are. Oh, you did tell me.
I don't know if I would call it
Scream
friends.
build halls.
No. That's not
Should we
not a
bring
dramatization, by the way. You will be hearing
earplugs?
screaming the whole time.
Who's the Cthulhunite that we got the
I think that's
information?
this guy.
That is indeed Stitchville.
Yes,
It
The
told
leader.
me when I realized a member of my own congregation possessed information.
The dead
Discovery.
Cthulhunite we found downstairs.
Oh my god, I'm so bad at remembering. What? Cause we found a Cthulhunite downstairs.
Whenever we fought that,
no, I think this is talking
I
about
wanna
going
Fairy?
down to the farm.
So yeah, this sounds like
there's
it's
a
about the
key.
farm. I don't remember running
No,
into
the-
a Cthulhunite there.
No, it
though.
was the dead guy in with the skull
that
fairy.
guy in the basement. Yeah,
Skull
that was the
fairy.
Cthulhunite who
It's
they
like
lifted the key
secret
off of.
chapel thing. Yeah.
But do they know that we have the corpse?
They do.
killed the
I got to
skull
talk
fairy,
to Stitch Cole a little bit.
Oh,
after
wait,
we
no.
had the raid.
Wait, we haven't met this guy yet. Hang on.
Yes,
No, you
we
have.
we
You have.
We have.
He was
I'm
at the
telling you.
festival. He was
I'm trying to
like
tell
he was being the chancellor festival guy thing. I don't know.
I think what this is saying is that there is a living Cthulhunite that Stitch Skull was talking to that knows about what happened on the farm.
Yeah. So it's not
So-
Stitch Skull itself or the fairy, it's someone else we haven't met yet.
So I think what this is, Phaedrith, I think you can read between the lines too, because you know Stitch Skull.
Mm-hmm.
This seems to be talking about the farm on the open end. And you get the feeling that's in case this message was maybe caught. But you know what you talked about to him at the festival.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the feeling he's alluding that perhaps he knows something about both situations.
Gotcha.
The man in the basement, and perhaps the farm.
Yeah, I feel like if the conclusion that the party would come to is that it's about the farm, then Phaedrus would just let them have that. They wouldn't necessarily interject anything extra. But I don't think finding the key was not a secret. Everybody was there, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter either way.
I mean, knowledge of the farm would either come from Berline's estate, because we haven't spoken about it to anyone that I know of, or the people who vandalized the place and left.
Unless Berline told people about, because we told the Bloodlords about the farm too, and we were like, yeah, that was us. We helped it out. So like, people know. I don't think it's a secret.
No. Why would Berline go around announcing a weakness?
I mean, we did.
When did we
Yeah,
talk
the
about the farm?
Bloodlords. The Bloodlords.
Oh, we talked about that.
In front of the mayor.
Okay. And they had already heard about it by then.
Yeah.
It was
So
already out. Rumor mill by then.
So I think they definitely would know that we did something on the farm. It looks like he has information about it because one of his Cthulhu Knights knows something.
He knows a snitch.
Okay. With this letter and a meal well eaten, and this information, do you guys want to take a nightly rest and prepare yourselves for the morrow?
Yum.
Oh yes, let's see if Halish dies.
Alicia's not gonna die.
Can I do an insight check on Dr. Koloski?
Hit a sense motive on me.
Yeah, is he like... I'm trying to see his state of mind, because Casimir wants to ask him questions, and I want to try to get him to
Yeah,
a state
now's the
where he
time
might
to do
be-
it. Yeah, now's the time to do it when he doesn't care and he's high as hell.
So I'm trying to gauge, like, would this be a good moment to try to talk to Koloski?
That's a success. So you can tell whether the creature is behaving normally. I think you saw him buy drugs, and he looks a little bit clumsy as you look at him.
Well, I saw him buy drugs, but I don't think Kaz knows what those drugs really do. So like, I'm trying to gauge, like, I guess, is he more loose lips? I guess now.
That's up to you. Yeah, Mr. Kola, if you want to.
I would say so. I would count that as a, usually talking is a fear effect. And now I have a bonus to it, so I'll say I'm more loose lip.
Okay. All right. I fold the letter and give it back to Phaedrus so he can hang on to it.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna scuttle after the doctor. Dr. Koloski?
Yes, Casimir. Oh.
I was wondering before you went to bed if you wanted to join me for a quick drink.
Oh, something to wash everything down.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, okay.
it's just
I'm
water.
a-coming, following your
Yes,
four
yes.
legs.
Yes, no, okay. I know. I just get some water
Okay.
and I hand it to him.
We
Doctor.
don't have wine.
No, doctor, we are poor.
Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful.
Do you come from a more wealthier family?
Oh, yes.
Are
Before
they
my
back in-
divorce.
Oh, my mother.
Before your divorce. You. Oh, I'm sorry, or
Yes,
congrats,
I
depending
know.
on the situation.
Oh, it was many years ago.
Oh, that's. Sounds like you have really bounced back, though, Doctor. Yes.
Yes, I've fully retired from my stitching.
Hmm. Did you stitch corpses?
Ah, yes. Some corpses, some living. Different clientele.
Is that why you came to Geb, or did you do this in Ketapesh?
No, well, I came to Gav many years ago. Oh, I say it was. Many years ago.
Oh, that's his.
Yes, it was my father's idea. Yes.
I lean back and I just like motion for him to keep talking.
I was
your
to be
father's
married.
idea.
Yes.
Wow.
They wanted contacts here in Geb. Trade agreements.
Was that your ex-wife?
Yes, yes.
Oh, so she must have been a noble from a merchant family, yes?
Yes, in the Export Guild.
Oh.
Oh.
Didn't
Sounds
work out between you two, though, huh?
You can say it was my in-laws' fault.
Is she dead?
I don't know. Possibly.
Oh. Well, what happened with their in-laws? Like, why did they force the two apart? I mean,
I feel like you are also trying to like sit there and just take a hit, and also think.
Velocity is fucking gone.
Hmm. Yes.
Years
yes.
ago, yes. Yes. Years
They always didn't like that I came from the north.
The north.
Yes, Katapesh.
Wow, I've never been to Katatesh. I guess
Yes.
I didn't
They
realize.
thought
how-
their daughter should have married a Nexian. Yeah, one of those
A fine
true
Nexian
folk.
from these.
Wow, they would want to marry a Nexian?
Yes, yes.
That's crazy. They're like evil.
No more than anyone else in Cab, I guess. But yes, they
No.
do like to experiment with the flesh.
Oh, that's crazy, Dr. Kowalski. Well, I'm sorry that your ex-wife broke up with you. Did you end up having any children, or was it just a marriage of convenience for you two?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes.
One child, before things got rocky.
Little K.
Dude, I'm learning so much lore.
Yes, young Sophie.
Oh, well, is she in Gep or is she in Katapesh?
Oh, she should be with her mother.
Her mother.
Wow. Well, do you get to see her often?
No, sadly not.
Oh, that is very sad. Well, I feel like I've learned so much about you, Dr. Kowalski. Thank you.
Do you leave the high Hodad alone, or
He is now a ho dad. Confirmed. Well, you get back to your room safely, Mr. Kowalski.
Oh, why I have your ears.
Yeah, well, they're on my head. Please do not take them.
Yes. Well, you need them still.
I do.
Is it true? Oh, small folk know each other. I heard you
Ooh.
say something about it at the table.
Yes, we do. All of us.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. You should ask every small folk that actually.
even the ones that are not actually small folk.
Even those ones, yes.
Oh,
The woman at the shop that we met, the gnome, the pale gnome, she is actually my second cousin twice removed on my mother's side.
that would explain a lot to my interaction with the dwarves then.
Hmm. Why? What did you do to the dwarves? Is your ex-wife a dwarf?
No, no, no. She's a native of here in Gab.
Gotcha.
No, I said they were a little... No, they have a stature to them. they didn't like it very much. Said they were not small.
Oh, they're just playing with you, Mr. Koloski. What's your wife's name, by the way? As we were writing this down, he's got little Sophie. What's the wife's name, Mr. Koloski?
Oh, Maria.
Maria and Sophie. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, I'll keep this.
Yes. We'll have to make sure we don't run in any of the Escola family.
Escola?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's my
Maria's-
in-laws.
Gotcha. I'm connected to the Exporter Guild, so perhaps I will know best how to avoid them. Good to know. Good to know. All right, Mr. Koloski, that is all. Thank you. Go find your bed somewhere.
Oh, I know where it is. Down these double halls.
Okay.
All right.
I make sure he doesn't
make
go into
sure-
my. That's
yeah.
my room, Mr. Koloski. Mr. Koloski, your room is right
But,
here.
oh, right. Maybe I was next to the light.
Nope. No. All right.
Each of you find your way into your beds. Grimnir, whether you sleep out there or you sleep...
No, I don't sleep out here. He's
Yeah.
just enjoyed the last bits of the fire before it goes out.
Oh, yes.
It's a new thing.
Warmth,
Yeah.
not the
His
ghostly.
hobby.
I so wanted to be I wanted to be hiding in Kaz's room. He's like opens the door like all right, now I get to lock you in your room and talk to you about your backstory. Gotcha, maybe next time.
I'll get everyone.
Yep. Yeah, he will try the bed this evening.
It creaks, groans.
You're creaking from the other side of the wall.
I reach up and I just knock on the wall
Shit.
that separates Grimnir and Kaz.
Oh, okay.
Just knock on it.
Don't knock back.
Boom, 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 boom.
There's something in the walls.
No, Grimnir, no, it's just me. I called it the wall.
Oh.
Just letting you know that we're here. Good night, buddy.
Good night.
Weirdly, this substance seems to suck
Aw.
you in. Almost cradle you. Not a sensation, same with warm food or warm flames, that you've ever been used to, Grimnir. And before you know it, your horns resting on something relatively stable, you fall asleep.
Scraping the wall.
Yeah.
Whoops. Moves the bed out a little bit. Away from the...
Before long, each of you find yourselves asleep. Hellish! You get an immediate roll to get rid of the sickened condition whenever you get the paste thrown on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
This disease is not the sickened condition, it is a disease. So essentially what I was allowing is this paste was basically suppressing your symptoms, like a good medicine should.
Like vapor rub.
Yep. You're still going to get the saving throw with a +4. Again, that I need you to succeed on. Tonight. So I would like you to roll me a fortitude save with a +4. From Phaedra spending the day with you, and because the paste was rubbed onto you. I think it would have been put on at normal times that Phaedra would have been wise enough to do it at times that would make it better for you. And this would be if it gets worse or better today.
Here we go.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
29 is a critical success. And when you wake up the next day, you can taste, breathe, and act normally. Now today, as each of you wake up, for one, I need everybody to knock down rations. Actually, no, you don't, because you all ate dinner together. So don't worry about that.
Hit the button, right?
Yeah, you just hit the button.
hit the button.
You guys got barrels of water, so you don't need to worry about that for a while. I'm not going to be that struck on it. It was just maybe a way to get you guys the reservoir tears. So you
What
got-
do you mean?
Yeah.
You're saying I don't have to build a well for our
Yeah.
estate?
As long as you bring a barrel every once in a while back to town, right?
Mm.
You got like 3, so whenever one of them's empty, it's like I'll get it as much as you're going back. Okay, yeah, you guys can take the well rested action, which is on your guys' character sheets. It's a little bed.
Yeah.
Grimnir looks like that shored up all the wounds that you had left too.
I forgot what I got damaged from.
I think it
But
was
yeah.
still from the battle with the Ostavites.
Oh, right. You don't fully heal every day.
No, you do not.
A little bit.
And before long, it is daytime. Phaedrith, Casimir, I
Mhm.
both imagine you guys do your daily
Oh yeah.
breakfast ritual.
Casper's already down there. He's waiting.
Yeah.
All right,
Let me get my ass down there. Every time I teleport, it's a
it's a trip.
We got a late
ordeal. Yeah.
late start
I
this
know.
morning.
End up multiplying, and then there's multiple Phaedras.
I
and nobody
know.
needs that.
Gar,
Or we do it. Oh,
Gar
oh,
is
is it in here
sleeping.
today?
Just pretend we're down there.
Oh, you don't want to
Okay,
do
well,
it. You don't want to do it.
I don't
Yeah,
wanna-
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
it's
yeah.
for.
I don't want to fight the teleporter.
Yes.
Okay. I think. Do you guys have any outward roleplay you guys want to do this morning, or should we subsist into downtime, where I can show you guys how you guys can earn some money, and spend the day before you go to dinner? Because I assume you guys are going to go to dinner at Empty Threshold today.
Yes, we would be going. At least I think we will.
Yep.
If
Yeah.
everybody agrees.
We're gonna
Agreed.
at least pick up my whip because Casimir's definitely twitchy.
You can
Like, he's-
absolutely
Doesn't
do that, and whenever you retrieve it, I won't go through the whole roleplay today because downtime will subsist it. You have been to Graydirge already once this session. We don't need to go through the whole thing. You have to wait in line for 2 hours. You have to get in there. You have the whole thing. So let's do this.
When Mr. Colo comes out of his room, I'm like, "Good morning, Mr. Colo.
How you feeling, buddy?
How are you doing?"
Oh, morning. Very well, slept very well.
Mm-hmm.
Cat's just looking like a cat with a mouse.
Wonderful. I have blackmail. Enjoy your morning, Mr. Colo.
What the hell? Phaedrus is like squinting at Kaz at this point. They were definitely knocked out way before this conversation took place. Like,
What the fuck did you guys do last night?
Did Haywish make it? Or is he dead?
Who knows? Casimir
I'm
looks-
alive. Yay,
oh,
boo.
it's
Finish
just
rugs.
alive! Yay!
Welcome. Good morning, Elish. How is Hasty?
They are good. Hasty, they are.
I'm good. I'm glad.
Excellent. Grimnir, you get up as well. You guys have your breakfasts or what else is prepared, unless you guys want to grab some meat on the market, fresh as they come when you guys get to Graydirge.
No, I make pancakes.
Oh,
yeah.
perfect.
Or I imagine us all having cereal.
Yeah.
That's all we can afford is cereal.
I know, right? We probably
little
can
bowl.
only afford cereal. No milk though, just dry cereal.
Yeah,
The classic.
that's fine.
As you guys are doing that, I'm gonna shift us over to downtime rules. Unless there's anything outward else you want to do, you can pick up from Mr. Erhud your whip, and it is a +1 whip, and they give you the cleaver back. Though you have to fight for the cleaver back because they didn't tell you there was a stipulation that they get to keep the other thing. I assume you fight for
yeah.
it, and
I threaten them. Yeah.
with an argument, eventually you can get your cleaver back.
I roll a really good intimidation.
Sure. And I imagine there's a growling dog along on that situation too that helps. Perfect. Okay, so what we're gonna do is this will be your guys' first time going into downtime rules. How this works is there is a macro for it. So for one, it's basically what you kind of want to do. You can either just tell me you want to do something, because this time you don't have to sit down and be sick or help somebody who's sick, treat disease for the day. You can rest, though nobody has any more health or drained conditions that you need to get rid of. So the main two things that you can do during a day is either subsist, so go out hunting, like around the manor, which is using survival, or you can subsist using society, which is you like going around to markets, talking with people, and doing favors to people for you to get them the food you need for the day. The other thing that you can do if you don't feel like you need to literally work your ass off to just eat today, which is most people in Graydirge are just subsisting every day. You guys each have earn income. So in the macros, you'll see a thing called earn income. And how it works is you find a place in Graydirge, you ask me what skill check you would like to do, how your character would earn money. For example, if there was a milling house to make wheat, or you go work on the farms, you could roll me farming lore, or you could roll me an athletics check to kind of till fields and whatnot. If you guys were like, I want to build staffs, I'm going to make a crafting check. I want to help build things. I want to work for the tax collectors union for a day, counting coins or something like that. Basically, the earned income is you make a check in a trained skill that you have, and it will be a level 2, and you do it for 1 day, and today you'll be doing that. Does that, you guys find that macro? It's hard for me to explain, but it's really easy once you hit the macro.
I gotta go grab the macro.
It's just in the folder tab. Like, it should be visible to everybody.
It is not, unfortunately.
How about this?
You might need to make it visible.
You can search for it.
Yeah, I just did it.
Found it.
There it is.
Earn income. It is now in that little folder tab.
All right. I would like to earn income.
I'm gonna go through each of you. You guys can just tell me really quick what you think you want to do, and I'll tell you if it's available in Graydirge.
Rad.
Because some things are not
Okay.
available in Graydirge, because it's Graydirge.
I have an idea.
Yeah, what you got?
A bone cleaning service.
Bone cleaning. That is absolutely something that you can do. What kind of check would you like for that?
Skeleton.
Skeleton lore. Let's do it. All right, yeah, you could go work with the Builders League outside and maintain the walls. Go ahead and give me a earn income roll for 1 day at level 2 using your skeleton lore. You would, I assume, be working at Bone Scrape. It's a success. So you will earn 3 silver today.
Something.
Yeah. You guys are seeing how people earn their money, or how much money they earn per day.
How difficult would it be to set up an impromptu tattoo shop in Graydirge? Because all I can do is magical tattoo.
A pop-up.
Yeah, a little pop-up tattoo.
If you want to go around and you've got the ink, or would you? No, I'll say you don't have to pay for the ink because like that's part of like the job. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
It's more difficult than usual because there is less. Okay, let me ask you this: are you willing to tattoo zombies?
Absolutely, I'll tattoo skeletons. You kidding me? Like
Are
chipping into the bones and stuff? That'd be sick as fuck.
are you
some scrimshaw?
are you willing to do boring tattoo work? And maybe I'm wondering what that means. Would you allow Reanimator Guild to come up and ask for you to tattoo numbers on their zombies?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. As long, pretty much the only stipulation I think Phaedrith would have is that they get to choose the font.
Comic Sans.
Comic Sans numbers on all the zombies.
Then yeah, you can absolutely do that. So whenever you click earn income, go to art.
Art.
Level 2, if you want to do it at your level. The highest you can do is your level for the level. Unless the city's lower level than you, then like you have to be capped at city level. And then you do 1 day. If you do it at level 1, it's an easier roll. If you do it at level 2, it is a harder roll, but you get more money. The DC right now at level 2 is 16.
Oh my god. Well, I got hero points as well.
I mean, at worst, if you fail this, you just lose 3 silver. Like, you don't get 3 silver for the day. Basically, like, it evened out. You did your job, but you didn't make any money.
Reroll.
Reroll?
Let's try. Tin's worse. Alright.
No, it's okay.
Goodbye, 3 silver.
You spend the day getting practice. No, you don't lose any silver. You just...
I thought you said it.
You get copper instead.
You don't...
just don't get...
Yeah, you don't profit today.
Okay, that's fine. I don't mind breaking even.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So you spend the day working on zombies, skeletons, and 1 quick. But the quick asks you, I'll let you tattoo whatever you want, just I can't afford it.
Oh, okay, buddy, sit down. It's gonna hurt a lot, though.
And that's where you lose your 3 silver.
Yeah.
But you get a
I
good meal out of it.
Can I put like some kind of really dumb, monotonous, magical effect to it since I can do
Magical tattoos? What's the
Yeah.
dumb monotonous one you want to do on it?
Oh god, I gotta think about it. Beans. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a dumb monotonous effect that would just like he never has to open his own soda cans. It just does it
Just
automatically.
like-
He doesn't have to worry about the pull tab.
Wow. How about okay, so you wanted to be beneficial. I had a really bad, like, this is a similar
No,
one.
no, send it. If it causes pain, it's even better.
that's-
Zon Cthulhu would love
so-
this.
So the tattoo makes it so that no matter what drink they go for, there's always a little bit at the bottom that they can't get out.
Oh hell.
Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Mental anguish.
yeah, like he would like shake the water skin and he hears like a little bit in there, but whenever he tips it, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's it.
Brutal.
That's it.
All right, I will consider that the art, and while you don't succeed on making any money, you've certainly made a tattoo of somebody. All right,
Zon Cthulhu will be pleased with.
exactly. You know you want in your heart. Let's go to Grimnir. Grimnir, what would you like to do?
I know I have absolutely 0 money, and the thing I should be doing is earning income. But what I want to do is explore like the extent of our grounds around the manor, like what's actually ours. Like,
How big?
yeah, how big is it? Does it have any acreage, like any acres, or is it just the house and that's it? Just wanna just explore around a little bit.
So as
Maybe
you
find something to sell.
move around, you are able to find that the low wrought iron fence that surrounds the front of the house, then extends backwards, does surround it. Over the course of the day, you can realize that it is 1 acre.
Okay.
A single acre, and there is a low wrought iron fence that is ancient, that is rusted and dilapidated, that is the clear demarcation of the land. It, however, makes a very poor border. And the gate that should open onto the path leading to the front entrance is completely missing. That is what you're able to learn. While you're out there, did you want to do some... between like little gravestones that are around, it is wholly and entirely untouched ground that you guys can kind of do whatever you want with, other than that little gravestone area beside your house with a little water. Did you want to clean the water, or did you want to try to subsist off the land? Maybe there's an animal that's out here, you roll survival, maybe you kill it. Just a...
It's being alive, probably a dead thing, right?
No, there's live animals out here. There's a lot of live animals out here in the outskirts.
Okay, no. I guess I'll clean
the
the thing,
fields.
yeah. I would like to take a bath at some point.
Yeah, you can do that at some point. So if you hit your basic action macros, go to the downtime, you'll see subsist survival.
Okay. I hope I don't die.
Yeah, you won't
After
die.
what's after expiration?
Hmm?
There's an untyped thing, it's like a -5. I don't know, I'll just roll it. Oh shoot, that's be private.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay, that is a success. You find enough food and shelter, basic protection, and yeah, you get subsistence living. So over the course of the day, between finding small fruits, vegetables, creatures out here, you are able to... It'll cost you no money for the day to eat. It has no bearing on, what you do out there. It just, you are saving yourself some money by not having to go buy food for the day or anything like that, consume a ration.
Okay.
But let's see, you wanted to do... Let's see what you would find out there.
Are we near like the forest?
You're near the Shattered Foothills, which are like a range of dangerous, desolate foothills. There are...
Oh, past that is the forest.
Yeah, you are a good distance away from the Axon Wood. Like that is
Oh.
miles and miles and miles away.
Oh, okay.
It is sparse plains is what you're around, with mountain peaks.
Okay.
The foothills, rocky crevices, and narrow ravines are too dangerous to be worthwhile. And you do every once in a while, if you ever leave the acreage, find mindless zombies stuck in like little crevices or their legs that are still animated, trying to like move around if you would destroy them.
I guess. I mean, he's not doing that for fun.
No. You can just clean up a little bit.
Around. Sure.
Absolutely. Along the way, is there anything else you'd like to do during your downtime today?
I just get one downtime thing, right?
Yeah, I was just curious. Awesome.
Yeah, no, I don't. I can't think of anything.
No worries. Kaz, would you like to work for the day?
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Propaganda.
Yeah. You gonna participate in the daily parade?
Yep. I'm gonna hang out with the celebrants. I do also want to stipulate I do leave my illegal goods at home.
Okay.
I do not have them on my person right now.
There is no governor there. There is no bloodlord there. It is just a normal celebration for today because it's not the anniversary.
Yeah. If you could allow me to use deception, no, or diplomacy.
Diplomacy would work.
Yeah, deception
Yeah.
is all true.
Performance is the big one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
definitely,
But
definitely.
deception is also the main one because it's propaganda. So
Yep. It is in fact propaganda. I'm a grifter. All right.
you spend your time as you do this helping
Oh,
people.
that's the wrong button.
Oh,
Oh,
That's okay.
Why?
That is you'll critical succeed on it, no matter what you roll.
Sorry, man.
No, it's okay. We always
I-
take the
I didn't
roll
hit
that
the-
you roll.
I didn't hit the button.
It's okay. You're getting a 28 no matter what, like a
I'm
critical success.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It just won't tell me automatically how much you're getting.
Here, I can do it for you.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, sorry. Keep painting me a word picture.
No, today you would probably help the celebrants do the daily Ergothoan rituals. So you would be helping skin some people, kill them, drain them of their blood, and then you would baptize people up to their waist in the blood, as per Ergothoa's statue being like bathed in the blood up to her waist. Whoever is
Sure.
found not properly celebrating or doubtful are killed and added to the pool.
Fantastic. Kaz is into that. Absolutely. He's
All right.
absolutely not. Yep. Glad it was a deception. We'll just put that.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
What level is that?
2.
2. All right.
Yeah. You're not a huge
watch.
participant. You help. You're not the person slaying people. Or
Here, watch this. I'll math it out for us. I'm gonna get a crit on this roll already.
yeah. Yep. There it is.
Fantastic.
Plus 58. Yeah. So you get 5 silver for the day that you earn.
Fantastic.
This is mostly through like people throwing money around and like giving you tips.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. And Halish, what would you like to do?
Religion.
you-
Also with the
Yeah.
celebrant area, but more with giving alms to the hungry.
Perfect. Works for me. You find the truly desperate and pledge them and tell them of the wonders of Ergotho and Geb, I assume.
Yep.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me your religion-based level 2 downtime. Success, 3 silver.
I'm gonna add a d6 to that.
Oh, go for it.
Puts it at 27.
27's a critical success. You get 5 silver from it.
Nice.
Excellent. And that'll bring it to, I believe, Mr. Colo, you're the last person? Or did I already do Mr. Colo?
We already
I did. I apologize. We're all done. We're all done. I'm so sorry. We're all done. All right. And by the end of the day, each of you guys can return to Calic Manor. And it is probably within an hour that it's time for you guys to head back to Graydirge to go to the Empty Threshold. Unless you guys plan to just go immediately there before heading home and told Grimnir to make his way there.
No, we gotta pick up Grimnir.
Okay. All
I can't-
together.
I'm too worried about letting him walk around by himself.
Okay. So all together, you guys can return to Calic Manor. And is there anything you guys want to talk about, do, or you guys want to head over to the Empty Threshold?
We'll get back to the manor. We're not taking any goods with us, right?
I'm gonna leave all my illegal stuff here. I shouldn't take it with us.
Okay, I will do the same then. I don't have a way to hide it yet.
I don't either.
I will in the future.
Mm-hmm. You don't bring it to the temples of Zon Cthulhu, the super evil pain god.
I guess Casimir. I know Faye just said that we don't need fancy get-ups, but with the money Kaz makes today, he is gonna get he's gonna buy something nice for himself.
Yeah.
Clothing-wise.
A little bow tie.
Yeah.
So ordinary clothing, like a fresh, ordinary clothing is only 1 silver. So
Great.
this is like basic tailoring.
Yeah,
work
I'll
clothes.
spend money on that. Yeah.
Fine clothing though, like actual fine clothing, which I think gives you bonuses. In situations like you guys are doing recently. No, it would if I give circumstances. It's 2 gold.
Wow,
It's
2
two-
gold?
That's suitable for nobles and royalty though.
Wow, no, I'm good. I think I'll go with
One-
ordinary clothes. Just look presentable to the Cthulhu.
Sounds good. If you want ordinary clothes, Grimnir, that'll be 2 silver for you because it's big.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just gonna have this loincloth forever.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Is
When I get
anybody
a nice suit later, that'd be fun.
a big old suit eventually?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Does anyone else want to get clothing? Anybody doing any preparations for the dinner? Painful dinner, if you will.
I'm going to bring our own food. I'm going to bring a dessert.
You
It's polite.
You're bringing
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring a dessert. Just make a nice peach cake. I don't know.
Okay.
It's polite, a gift for the host,
Phaedrith, do you inform the party on the required ritual to enter the empty threshold? The bloody ablutions.
I would, but I myself, as the player, am kind
Nope.
of dumb, and I didn't know that was a thing.
No, that's okay. It's a very common, it's like a very easy thing. I'm just wondering if you would warn the party about it or let them find out.
No, I would definitely tell them.
Okay. To tell you exactly what it is basically you must bleed themselves or bleed someone else upon entering the empty threshold and let the blood be washed away in Zon Cthulhu's name.
Mhm.
In their fountains in the entryway.
Yum.
I have an unusual object. What is this? I sense in my inventory.
You just haven't identified it yet.
Oh.
We can do that when we get home.
Oh, it's a consumable. Oh, it's probably one of those potions.
All right.
I think it's something we found in the basement.
Oh.
With Phaedrith warning you of what you guys will have to do, I assume you each make your way back to Graydirge. Ready for what's ahead of you?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Now you've been to the most fanciful estate in all of Graydirge, and you yourself have a wonderful manor. The empty threshold, on the other hand, that is a temple to the god of pain and darkness, and is a very high-ranking and powerful, though only Quick usually worshipped, area. This place is legendary among Cthulhites and priests in general, as Geb postures one of the only Zon Cthulhu structures in all of Galerion. As you all walk forward, this place is perhaps not what you expect it to look like as you all finally roll up in Bone Scrape to this infamous threshold. It's, in fact, hideous to look at as a building. As you look at it, it is strange. It's a triangle facade that then has squares building up the side of it, covered by a tapestry of fresh leathers that are bloody, dripping down into black stones, carved with faces that are screaming. Our blood that dribbles down and black onto the ground, and the entirety around the entrance is stained in dark black blood. And as Phaedrith, I assume, you giddy on up to the entrance, excited?
Oh yeah.
Immediately as the doors open, you see a trio of acolytes awaiting you. Each of them wears a black leather garb and has a serrated dagger at their hip. One of them you recognize to be Yagifka Phaedrith, who you did all of the depicting beautiful creatures and terrible pain tattoos for.
Yippee!
That is across her entire body. You see the other two, which are Raphella and Taket. Also, women that also excitedly see you coming up, and they have big smiles on their faces, and both of them also have just fresh scars across their body.
Okay.
Welcome. 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 Come in.
I brought some friends of mine. I hope that's all right.
The dark is expecting you all. Have you come bearing gifts?
Maybe.
I brought
But
cake.
Okay.
cake, yeah. They brought gifts.
I hold up a cake.
I also brought gifts, but you'll get them later. It looks like you've been suffering well recently, though.
Not enough. We saved a bit just in case some of your friends wanted to use us for ablutions.
And you watch as they hold out their arms, and all of them have not touched their right arm today, as though it is waiting for anybody to cut it.
And they say, "Let us begin. Come in."
It's peach cake with a dark chocolate filling. Evil darkness inside. Oh.
Thank you, Grimnir.
That was definitely
Oh, Darby had
Yeah,
to
Darby
leave.
had to head out.
You got to sweep.
No
Good
worries.
night, Darby.
Oh my
And
god.
it's-
I thought that was
Scream.
moaning, and I was like, oh my god, Anamara, what are you playing back there? Jeez.
As you enter in, immediately the screams are apparent. There is dead-end passageways, whimpering acolytes, and an entirety of a dark that is imperceptible to get through. There's no torches. You have to force yourselves to be able to see in here, and you see a big, bloody, stained fountain of black marble with a chain that is spiked pouring out from the eyes of a skeletal figure whose head sticks out from the wall, and the eyes pour out of spiked chains. And they all look towards you all.
Shall we get started?
And you see all three of them bear a smile all too familiar from Phaedra. And we'll come back next week.
I hold up my, I clutched my cake to my chest.
This beautiful thing must be protected. In this dark, evil place.
All right. It's too bad we didn't get exactly into the Cthulhu Temple, but I'm very excited for us to have dinner here.
Cake.
Have dinner here.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for playing. We'll end right here before you guys meet Stitch Skull. Because I could have probably forced you guys into getting to Stitch Skull before we got there or ended the session, but that's okay. I don't want Darby to miss the opening intro scene. So I hope you guys are excited. Probably think about what you would say to a Cthulhu or exactly what information you want to pass off or make friends of this person and this very unique culture that is in here that is so monumentally important to one of your allies. But thank you guys so much for playing. Do you guys have any questions for me? Any last minute things?
I have a
before you go?
question. I
Yeah.
have a question for Phaedra. Have you thought about switching religions? These
if
guys
I
are
think
weird.
about it, it's just, bad things happen. So it's just better that I keep going along with it, Like
Okay.
at this point, Zone Cthulhu's got kind of a chokehold on my life.
Argatho is just right there, I feel
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, see,
Are
it's
you
less
uncomfortable
about
with religion?
the unwillingness to accept new gods and more so the unwillingness of my god to let a champion
Okay.
go, I feel.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Dang, sounds tough to be a paladin. Couldn't be me.
Well, if
I
you ever
can't
need,
imagine.
if you ever need help switching, I'm always here for, if you want to indulge yourself even more in pain and suffering.
I don't think
It's a
there's
very Urgathoan thing.
I
I
no.
don't think it gets worse than Son Cthulhu.
Ergotho is about the absence of pain. Numbness
Well,
and
you know,
undead.
indulging on other people's pain.
We'll
Well,
see.
that's why. So that's like why the undead worship Urgathoa mostly, right?
Yes, because they can't feel pain. They don't
Because they
care.
can't feel pain. That's why they don't. Not cool. Well, they're not
Well,
like they're not cool. It's
They
not
don't
cool.
feel pain in the traditional way.
Correct. So there is other
Zon
ways of that.
Cthulhu has created ways
Oh,
for the
okay.
undead to feel pain, unfortunately.
Dude,
Mhm.
you know what's crazy? Dr. Koloski is divorced.
Yeah?
And his wife took
His wife took the kids?
his ex-wife took the kids in the divorce.
Oh my god, is that why he's
Crazy.
like that?
And did I hear correctly? They're
Crazy.
somewhere in Geb.
Yeah, they're in Geb. They're part of the merchant guild, export
Oh
guild.
shit!
Watch out
So
for
we might run
the
into them.
family.
Yep.
The E. coli. What was it?
the
Yes.
grain, yeah.
Escola? No,
Yeah.
he said there
So
was a family. He said their name. Escolas.
This dude got divorced, probably couldn't go home, so he just stayed in Geb because his family like arranged a deal. I learned so much
Arranged marriage.
Dr. Koloski lore today.
Bro, we gotta spill this tea at dinner. Like, I feel like the Zonkathunites would love gossip. Absolutely love gossip.
Gossip. There's some hot goss. Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Casimir definitely told you that morning.
Oh,
He
hell
definitely-
yeah. Like, on the
he
way
def-
over?
Yeah, I know. Well, when you were in the torture chamber, Casimir's like, oh, by the way, did you hear?
Literally
like-
bleeding out. Just be like, by the way.
Just some hot goss, you know? Just
I hope you guys enjoy the dinner. I hope to make like you guys being able to invite NPCs you know for dinner a thing in the campaign. You know?
Yeah. And
Because
maybe some NPCs that we might eat for dinner.
We can
See-
invite them to
We should build
our
a- we should-
village, like an
We should
animal
build a
crossing.
trap chair in the place we give them. In case
oh
they-
my god, a trap
Like-
chair.
In case they want to fight. In case we piss them off.
I think it would be really, really, really like on the brand if you guys invited someone over who thought that they were on good standing with you and then you just killed and eat them.
just
Like at
murder
dinner.
them.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
But
mean, I'm down.
yeah.
I can craft that, right?
I am excited for you guys to figure out what's going on here in the empty threshold, and you're meeting truly with Ortegard Sitchskull, who led the procession of the celebrants last session.
That's
So,
my dad.
It's
Let's
your dad?
Oh, that's not my dad.
Oh.
Let's hear it. You know how you call your priest's father? Yeah.
Sure.
He-
Different kind of dad.
the priestly
Daddy,
father.
more
Like, he's my daddy. What?
What?